It's time for the Halftime Report on the Indiana Sports Network. You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network. You are watching South Vigo High School football on Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Good evening and welcome to the South Side, Terre South High School to be exact, for tonight's high school football game of the week, and it should be a dandy, folks. Hello, friends. Walter Gordon alongside Mr. Brock Miller for our annual get-together here in Terre Haute, Indiana. Terre Haute North versus Terre Haute South. Back at the high school again, as opposed to Memorial Stadium on the campus of Indiana State University. And boy, it feels good to be here tonight, Brock. Expecting the great atmosphere that we see tonight. Great crowd piling in. Should be a fun atmosphere.
I know you're still sweating. I'm still sweating. We
Yes.
had to park at Old Navy.
Yeah.
Because there's so many.
Parking,
Don't try to park at the school because you're not going to get in. So you're gonna have to park at Old Navy. You're gonna have to walk, and we're sweating. The sun's beating down on us behind us. I'm hoping that goes down soon, but we're ready for some football.
And two teams that are very familiar with each other, play every year, sometimes twice a year in the same sectional, this is one of those where you talk about a rivalry games throughout the record book. You can't always say that, but for this one you definitely can, as these two teams looking to get on or stay on the right track. No telling what's going to happen tonight.
Yeah, it seems historically, no matter what the records are, North and South, whenever they do play, it seems like it always comes down to a possession game. Obviously, there are instances where, one side was a bit lopsided, but most of the time it comes down, it seems like, to the fourth quarter, and, a couple plays here and there make the difference. So we'll see what those plays are this evening.
You're watching our Culver's pregame show tonight here. Indiana Army National Guard is our title sponsor. We'll give you the rest of our sponsors a little bit later on, but when you look at these two fine ball clubs, Terre Haute North 1-2 on the season so far, Terre Haute South 2-1. One game makes a whole lot of difference. 2-1 is a lot different than 1-2.
Yeah, absolutely. Both the Terre Haute schools played the Bloomington schools last week. I would say that, Terre Haute South did get the better draw, getting Bloomington North. Historically, Bloomington South is always, heads and heels, it seems like, better than Bloomington North in football. So last week, it looked like Terre Haute North struggled. I didn't really get to see the game and too much of it. But I know that North is ready to get back on this field, try to get back on the winning side of things. Before we start, we got to congratulate Bryson Carpenter. Wednesday, a verbal commit to Indiana State University for baseball. So
that's big news.
That's huge news. A verbal commit. So maybe Bryson's waiting around, seeing if the Big Ten comes knocking or something. But congratulations to him first and foremost.
And the thing about being able to focus on, of course, you still have the rest of the season for football. You still have all of basketball to go. But to be able to, focus on baseball as your primary sport, what your focus is going to be moving forward. It's got to take a lot of weight off his shoulders, even if maybe still have some question marks. Hopefully, Indiana State will. And it's had a fine program.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Maybe he's waiting around, like you said. Who knows? But
no, I was just kind of joking. Indiana State is a quality NCAA baseball program. So, and they're getting a quality commit from Carpenter there. So Jaden Waite and ISU commit for football. Kyle Cotti had mentioned, I believe Josh Cotti got an offer from Valparaiso this past week, I think, in football. So congratulations to Josh Cotti, I think, on his first offer. So some of these talented players locally are starting to have some of those offers coming in, and I know that's a big relief to Bryson going in, just finishing out football, getting into basketball and baseball. Doesn't have to worry about that anymore, so good for him, and I'm sure it's a weight lifted off his shoulders as well.
Lots of talent right in the Wabash Valley. Lots of talent will be displayed on the gridiron right here at Terre Haute South High School. We'll step aside for our first break in our Culver's pregame show. Come back, get you set for action. It's North versus South on the South Side right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
Somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter. I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you. because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
Coach, this is Rivalry Week. It is playing for the Victory Bell. Could you explain a little bit about what that means to this South community?
It's just big for the whole community. Everybody rallies around this game. Records are thrown out. End of the season records really don't matter if you lose the bell or win the bell. That's what the community really wants. But for our players, we talk about the bell being important, but we're 1-0 in conference. If we want to win a conference title, this is door 2 we got to go through. And so that's our ultimate goal, is to go 2-0 in conference this week. So that's what we're going to work on and concentrate with.
You talk about your conference win against Bloomington North. That was a great win last week. Your running game is going well. You were very high on your players, as we talked about the last time we discussed. Has that changed at all, or what are some things that you've really enjoyed and liked this year?
Just being multidimensional. We have a lot of weapons this year. We're not just Josh Cottee running the football, and he's having a great season, over 400 yards in 3 games, which is over 300 yards more than he had last year at this point. And he's 900 yards away from the ultimate school record. But we got receivers, Nas McNeil and Deshaun Lowe, and then AJ's back, and then Chris Herron. With those 4 guys, we got 4 weapons outside that if you want to stop the run, we're just going to throw the ball.
So, Coach, as you prepare for North, what are some things that you're looking to improve on? What are some things that are keys for you as you take on the Patriots?
Really just minimize mistakes. We had too many mistakes last week at Bloomington North. I know we won, and it ended up being a pretty good spread, but we had too many holding calls, too many defensive offsides. We weren't crisp enough at times. There was a couple series that it wasn't us, and we didn't play well, and we want to fix those up. And we told our guys from day one, and it hasn't changed going into week 4, it's us against us. If we do our job, I like our chances against anybody week to week, but if we don't play to our standards, then it's going to be a dogfight.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate your time today. Good luck.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And we're back at Terre South High School. The Terre North Patriots taking the field to both applause and boos. And that's what you're going to have here at the high school. Not at Memorial Stadium, at the high school. A quaint atmosphere, more to my liking, to be honest with you, as didn't have fun with the parking. But, boy, you're going to be right on. The action's going to be right there.
It's loud.
It's very
loud right now already.
Very compact.
Yeah, so if I'm talking too loud, I can't really hear you in my ears. So, but it is loud here right now for sure. The fans are excited. South's coming out right now. North is already out. The records don't mean a lot here, but 1 and 2, I know North is trying to get back to even. We got a Conference Indiana game as well, so it's about time. I'm sure that you guys can hear it in the background. Just is some white noise. The fans going crazy. South is out.
And the Braves taking the field in their home black. It's interesting. I was kind of wondering how North would take the field tonight. They were congregated in the north end zone as they were, going to break through the, I don't even know what you call that, the paper.
Yeah, whatever. The little tunnel paper, whatever.
Right, with the writing on it. So,
yep.
At Northview, they kind of walked onto the field, business-like. We're here to take care of business, and then got an L. Tonight, more intensity, some excitedness. They got to take the word there. So they start as slow as they did against Northview.
And tonight we're going to see, a senior quarterback taking on a sophomore quarterback. Both of them. So Carpenter, 6 touchdowns, no picks. Mr. Wilson is at 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. Wilson with a bit of a better completion percentage at 59%. Carpenter's at 52%, but these are 2 efficient quarterbacks when it comes to not turning the ball over and scoring the ball, and that's huge. And in the backfield, we know what we're going to see. We're going to see 2 senior running backs. They're going to get the ball every bit of 15 to 20 times. Damon Sturm, he's averaging 132 yards rushing a game and 50 yards receiving, so he's averaging 180 all-purpose yards a game. That's huge. And then, Josh Cottee's right at about 140 give or take yards rushing a game. So it's pretty easy to see just looking at the stats who we're about to see tonight.
A lot of playmakers on the field, and you just want the game to be decided on the field. You would love to see limited turnovers, but when you have this much energy, these guys are amped up.
Sure.
Who can control their emotions?
Yeah.
How do you control your emotions in an atmosphere like this?
I have a feeling they're going to hand that ball off to start those first couple series, kind of get the O-line going on both sides of the ball, get your running back going, and then, once people start to creep up, Terre Haute South has Nas McNeil and Deshaun Lowe at receiver, and, we know Terre Haute North has Jaden Waite, who, all things considered, has been relatively quiet this year. Only one catch on the year, but as we kind of discussed against Northview, when you have a player like Jaden Waite, he's going to take a safety over the top, and he's going to take some sort of man-type coverage on him. So, everything else is going to be open for everybody else. So that's where the senior William Blundell will come into play with 8 catches on the year. Bray, number 8, has 5 catches on the year. So it's going to be interesting to me if Terre Haute North looks to get their, Division I signee at wide receiver into the game today.
You have to.
At 1 and 2, you have to. If you're 3 and 0 or whatever, then fine. Keep doing what you're doing. But at 1 and 2, it's time. And I don't. He could have 20 targets on the year. I don't know. But specifically, I know in the game we did against Northview, I know that Jaden only had 2 targets. Which, again, a lot of other things were open, and that's going to happen when you have somebody like Jaden Waite. But I'm very interested tonight to see if how does Terre Haute South guard Jaden Waite, and then B, does Coach Blundell say, hey, we're going to throw it up to you, big guy, and try to get a W tonight. Win or lose. But, hey, Bryson has no interceptions on the year. So, to me, an interception isn't the end of the game. No, Josh Allen had 2 last night, and people were comparing him to Tom Brady and Peyton Manning 1 quarter into the game. And he's never made an AFC title game. But I love Josh Allen, too. But you know what I'm saying? Let's let Bryson throw it, and if he throws some interceptions and you go 1 and 3, then, hey, it is what it is, but you got to get your playmakers involved.
At some point, you have to press the envelope and
win or lose.
Let's move.
Win or lose.
Let's move our guy into different
Put
formations.
Put him into the slot.
Thank you. We got to see that tonight.
Absolutely. You got to move your playmakers around. So it'll be interesting to also see how Terre Haute South moves their playmakers around with Nas McNeil and Deshaun Lowe. Those are 2 game-breaking type players. So if they get in the open field, if Damon Sturban gets in the open field, there's a lot of talent, a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism. So this should be a really fun game.
Bryson Carpenter, Jaden Waite, also Damon Sturm and Josiah Richardson, I do believe, your captains for Terre Haute North. For Terre Haute South, Deshaun Lowe, Josh Cottee, Alex Rose, Jude McCoskey. The coin toss has been made in Terre Haute North.
Not to overlook Jude McCoskey. McCoskey for Terre Haute South. He has several Division I offers as well on the offensive line. I did not mean to leave Jude out of that conversation. That sometimes happens in football. I know Jude's no stranger to that. Sometimes those linemen get forgotten about. But someone like Jude McCoskey is such a large, athletic, young man. Several D1 offers as well. So it's sometimes rare for us to announce games where there's multiple, FCS or Division I level athletes. And this evening, if you are watching, there are several, and depending on how these years go and how summers go, and the kind of the circuit of going around the schools, there could be several more.
That's right. Usually we get a couple more breaks in the pregame show. We did not tonight. We'll make those up, but we do want to let you know about our sponsors, our title sponsor, our presenting sponsor, Indiana Army National Guard, our pregame sponsor, Culver's, Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. York has 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Bringing you the sights tonight, Kanan Harper, Amy Metcalf, and Noah Gastineau. Our director and producer is Mr. Tony Harper. Terre Haute South will kick off, and Terre Haute North will receive. Action-packed atmosphere tonight. If you can't feel the intensity, you better check your pulse.
Terre Haute South Braves 2-1. They've doubled their win total from last year. They have a new quarterback at the helm, a sophomore. Father is a coach at ISU. Shannon Jackson has a headset on. I was confused last year why he did not. That's a former Division I coach. 100% of the time, if you have a former Division I coach on your staff, if you have 5 headphones, one of them goes to the man who is coached at the Division I level, regardless of, and I don't know, I'm kind of talking crazy, but I don't know the situation last year. But when you give Coach Jackson a headset and now you're 2-1, I don't think that's some sort of coincidence by any means. So I'm really interested to see what Coach Jackson has drawn up for Terre Haute North, because this is a really talented Terre Haute North offense. Damon Sturm and DeLon Wright are back to return for the Patriots.
And here we go. Ball is being returned across the 30, and it could be a big one.
He's going. He's going.
Going to go.
Nas McNeil is going to get him.
10, 5, touchdown.
Oh, my.
Patriots, no flags on the field. How do you do?
The 5'8" freshman, number 22. Excuse me, the 5'6", 160-pound senior, number 22, Donovan Wright, with a huge opening play for the Patriots. You couldn't have drawn it up any better if you're Terre Haute North, Walt. That's what you want. That's what you want.
You talk about a shock to the system. The Terre Haute North Patriots came out guns a-blazing.
And Donovan bobbled it initially.
Yeah.
He bobbled it, picked it up, found a seam, and went. I love the way he found the sideline and just beat him up the field. It looked like Nas McNeil was going to catch him, and he almost did. He almost shoestring tackled him about the 7, but he ended up breaking away. Donovan looked fast there.
Kick is good, 7-0 Patriots. We're right back. Don't go anywhere.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Well, if you blinked, you missed Terre Haute North running back the opening kickoff. All the way back for a touchdown. And just 16 seconds into the game, they lead 7-0. Low, along with
Nas McNeil is back there with him, Walt. Two dangerous returners in their own right. You got Sturm and Wright with Terre Haute North. You have a lot of theories on special teams, Walt, that sometimes they're a little wild to me, but one of my theories is that you don't kick it to the best playmakers on the other team.
That's right.
It's just you don't do it. You kick it right, yeah, fine. Yeah. You let your second line of guys get it, and then you bring them down. You don't kick it to Nas McNeil. You don't kick it to Damon Sturm. You don't kick it to Donovan Wright. Why would you do that? In high school football, that's the best athlete that's on the field. I don't understand why you even kick it to him, but that's just one of my special teams theories, if you will, or chess moves. Don't kick it to the best player on the field, Walt.
And the Braves will take their first possession on the 23-yard line. I try to keep. I can't keep stats, but I can keep possessions or try to.
Mm-hmm.
I marked that down as Terre Haute North possession 0.
Yeah,
I gotta put it down as something.
Possession 1, technically. That's technically their first possession. So we got 2 wide. We got Low in the slot with Nas McNeil wide left. Hand off to Kati. Great tackle. Great tackle. I believe number 18. No, Aiden Napier on the tackle there. I thought that was a freshman, but Aiden is a junior.
You'll see a lot of Kati. Let's say a lot of Josh Kati, as we talked about in the pregame.
Excuse me, that was number 16, Jalen Hammond. Yeah, it looked like that wrist hit right there on Josh Kati's knee. Yeah, I'm a little worried he might have. I don't know that he broke his arm, but he definitely hit hard. You could see his arm bounce off of Josh's knee or his arm as well.
And we're going to step aside. We tried to sort this out. The injury on the field. Well, no, hold on. He jumped off and will be replaced, so maybe we won't have to take a timeout. We're going to stay right here.
Wilson is in the gun with Kati flanked to the left. Deshaun Lowe in the slot.
We got all over the place.
Spread formation.
Yeah.
Coach Herron likes to go 4 and 5 wide. Quick pass out here to Herron.
And a good stick right at the sideline is, you move the ball down the field a little bit and you get closer to that first down. It's now going to be third and 4. Short.
About 3rd and 4. Again, spread formation. Herron and McNeil stacked up. Inside handoff to Kati. Reaches forward, gets the first down.
And that's
stop.
what you're going to have.
Move the chains.
Kati, you spread them all over the place, and then Kati can bust. The offensive line is going to be so crucial tonight, isn't it?
Absolutely. We talked about Drew McCoskey not too long ago, but the massive left tackle, as well as number 78, Quincy Morgan, also very, very big as a right tackle.
So the Braves with their first down of the evening, starting to move the ball. And here comes
roll out here.
Nice blocking by the O-line. It could have been a pick. It could have been a pick because Zach Collins could have had that and probably should have had that.
Yeah, that would have been a really, really bad start for Terre Haute South, giving up, the quick touchdown on the kick return and then a turnover there. That would have been a huge swing of events there.
So Wilson, the sophomore, his first incompletion. You talked about being the coach's son, and
that's huge. You can tell he's poised. He knows what he's doing. He reads the defense well. Doesn't make mistakes. That's generally.
Here comes Kati, looking for a hole, bounces it near side, gets a block, second level across the midfield, dragging Patriots to the 30-some-yard line.
I mean, Josh Kati is a load. He's going to be a problem for, anybody Terre Haute South plays this year. It really doesn't matter. Even in Conference Indiana, when they play some of their tougher opponents, all their opponents are going to have to respect Josh Kati. He is a serious problem in the backfield for a high school senior.
And another injured Patriot.
You cannot tackle Josh Kati high. You have got to get him low, and you got to get multiple people there as well.
We'll step aside for an injury timeout. Be right back.
I'm all-pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV.
They got so many, they got like the double
vehicles at YorkAutomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York. We're the Browns, and this is our account.
Number 3, Caleb Hubel.
Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
And the pitch, far side, goes for minimal gain as they got Kati on the move, not having to go straight up the middle this time.
Love to see number 5 in there on defense, Jaden Waite. I mean, that's a big-time play. Those are 2 big-time players. And when you see Jaden Waite, it just, you can always judge a football player by his ability to tackle in the open field, and you don't see Josh Kati brought down often in the open field, and Jaden Waite made that look relatively easy.
Receivers all over the place for the Braves per usual.
Trips to the left down here. Quick screen to McNeil. He's going to go.
Out there. McNeil has some room. Nope. Gets pushed out of bounds. Somewhere around the 12-yard line. When you have this many playmakers, it just makes it tough, bro. tough to defend, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to kind of pick your poison. So far, McNeil has a catch, a lot of Josh Cottee. Carter Herron's a serious problem as a tight end and split wide, and Deshaun Lowe is yet to get a catch. So I'm sure we'll see Lowe on an end around at some point. Inside handoff to Cottee, bounces it out. That's a good tackle there, met by Donovan Wright. That's what you got to see. Well, you got to see multiple Patriots get to the ball as quickly as they can if they're going to bring Cottee down.
Also in there was Connor Scones, one of the Patriots in there on the tackle. As you start to shuffle guys out, Waite comes out, gets a little breather.
Down, huge play, probably two down territory.
Looking, goes corner. Ball was dislodged. Great job by the Braves. Is that Rosa White? I believe it was Rosa White with the pass breakup.
Intended, though, for Jaden Waite. So you love to see that. You love to see, hey, it's third down, go to your playmaker. He doesn't make it. Guess what? Next series, go right back to him.
No, the one thing about that, when you look at Jaden Waite standing at 6'3", you want to put that thing up.
You put it up.
Yeah,
let him go play basketball. What they're going to do is anytime Nas is on Jaden Waite, more than likely Bryson is going to look elsewhere. When they find Jaden in a matchup that they like, that's when you're going to see him go to Jaden.
But when kick is in the air, it's got the distance. It is no good. Off to the left.
Whoa.
Missed field goal. It's a big opportunity. It goes by the wayside for the Patriots. We'll be right back with the next South possession.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have. And that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people.
First down running was Cottee near side. He got about 5 yards on the run.
Yeah,
as is customary for Josh Cottee.
Absolutely. It's incredibly rare to see Josh Cottee brought down in the backfield for no loss or for a loss of yards. We've done a couple South games already, too, in the Jamboree, and I can't recall a time he's been brought down for a loss of yards.
Wilson and Cottee in the backfield.
Low in the slot left with Nas McNeil.
Here he comes in motion. He's got the ball now. Looking for some room. Hemmed in. Good tackle. You want to get your playmakers in the space with the ball in their hands. And I like the way that Coach Herron is doing that, trying to mix it up.
Yeah, he has mixed it up really well. Number 12, Zach Collins on the tackle for the Patriots. And it does look like Coach Herron is looking to get all of his playmakers involved. And that just makes a offense really difficult to guard if you can't just key Josh Cottee. Although
I'm keying Nas McNeil right now. No safety over the top. I'm taking a shot right here. Oh, give me a shot. Give me a shot right here, Coach. Over the middle. Complete. Great pitch and catch to Chris Herron.
Excuse me, Chris Herron. I'm so sorry, Chris. My God. I'm sure I'm sure that's been happening your entire life. Chris Herron on the catch.
Play a game clock under a minute. This could be the last play of the quarter as the Terre South Braves are trying to get on top of the scoreboard 2-2. Here comes Cottee over the middle. First down and more. Sidesteps the guy to the 40, to the 35, the 30. Josh Cottee.
For a 195-pound senior, he can move a little bit. 195 sounds light, too. He looks every bit of 205 to me, and he's moving fast. If he's not the fastest player on the field, he's top 5 for sure.
Braves down to the 28-yard line. 21.8 seconds.
Trips to the left
in the
Deshaun
quarter.
Lowe stacked on top of Chris Herron.
Cottee
outside
near
run to
side.
Cottee, brought down there by Josiah Richardson.
He gains a couple. And that will most likely be the last play of the quarter. 7 for the Patriots. 7 for the Braves. 1 quarter in the books. 3 to come. We'll step aside. In the first quarter, we'll be back for the second right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York. We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
You are watching South Vigo High School football on Indiana Sports Network.
Well, it was an exciting first quarter, to say the least, Brock. It's 7-7 to score. With all the excitement, you would think it's like 21-21.
Well, because they've had so many trips to the red zone. Off the top of my head, I think there was 3 trips for sure to the red zone that resulted in no scoring, and it might have been 4 trips. So that's why it feels like it should be, because it probably should be, honestly. It should be at least 14-7 one way or the other. But if we keep seeing this sort of offense and the ball moving, I'm sure we're going to see it get in the end zone. It just, once you get into the inside the 10, that field shrinks up so much. You go from having 60 or 70 yards to work with to 20. And it just becomes so much more difficult to score when you get inside the 10. But when you have someone like Josh Kati, pretty easy to run it up the middle. So we'll see that last run he had, the last long one, he really busted it up the middle and then went outside. I'd love to see him get up in the hole, get past those linebackers, and then work your way outside. And he's going to be tough to stop today. I think he's at every bit of probably 75 yards right now in one quarter.
Yes. And the Braves flip the field. They're going to the south now. 2nd down and 8 for the 26-yard line. And we have a whistle for some reason coming out of the second quarter break. Give us a moment to thank our sponsors, our Indiana National Guard, our presenting sponsor, Culver's, our pregame sponsor, Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Also want to remind you folks, tomorrow night, home opener for Rose Holman Institute of Technology football team. Trine comes to town, 7 p.m. kickoff, 6:45 pregame show. Rose Holman and Trine tomorrow night. 2nd down and 8. Now we're ready to play.
Spread formation for the Braves. Kati flanked to Wilson's left. Wilson back to
Wilson
pass.
back over the middle. Is that Heron again?
Yep. The tight end in the slot. He's been effective all year and continues to be effective, moving the chains.
Every offense, in my estimation, is better with a good tight end.
Absolutely, especially one that can go to the slot to be able to move around the formation, go to fullback, especially when you have Deshaun Lowe and Nas McNeil soaking up a lot of the attention. Obviously, Josh Kati getting all the eyes.
Kati is right there. He's pushing guys out of the way into across the 5, down to about the 2.
I have a feeling that, Valparaiso may be the first of a couple, FCS type offers we might see roll in for Josh Kati. I don't know at the next level that he plays running back per se, but I think
he's a ball player.
Yeah, I think he's just a ball player, and I do think a coaching staff would be sharp to take a stab at him and at least give him a shot.
Find a way to get him on the field.
Yeah, it would just give him a shot and see if he can come and fit in your system, and if not, hey.
Here's your Wildcat again.
Yep, you know what's coming.
2 yards from pay dirt, gets at least half. Good pop by the Patriots to chop him down around the 1.
Without Alex Rose leading Josh Kati up the hole is that's a daunting task for any high school senior.
It is.
Or any high schooler in general. Josiah Richardson's doing a great job. Donald Dean out there as well. So they have some size, but it appears like the goal line offense for the South Braves is Josh Kati in the Wildcat with Lowe and Alex Rose.
Just going to the right. Oh, easy touchdown. Helmet comes off of one of the North players. An easy touchdown for the Braves. Do we have a flag on the play?
Maybe.
Well, I know we got a helmet that came off.
We will
that was
see
Donald Dean.
The Terre Haute South Braves again here in 2 weeks as they travel to Northview.
Yeah.
You know, if the South Braves are capable of pulling out a win tonight and capable of winning next week, we could be rolling into week 6 with a real showdown at Northview with clearly some, we won't say bad blood, but they are familiar, very familiar with each other and some of their players. And
could be interesting.
Not to overlook. I can't wait to watch the rest of this game, but just looking forward, we have some really good games coming up on Indiana Sports Network.
Next week, a good one as well.
Absolutely.
And the kick is up.
Uh-oh.
And it's no good. A couple of kicking woes.
Things like that,
can,
that can swing a game.
Sure can. 13-7
possession game. It can absolutely swing a game.
We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
You are watching South Vigo High School football on Indiana Sports Network.
Treatment for those with mental illness.
Last year, the Terre North Patriots won the bell back. 20-14 was the score. This year, it's on the south side of Terre Haute, as opposed to Memorial Stadium. So it's a quaint atmosphere that we have here. The crowd is packed. The north section still battling the sun.
At a fight in the sun right now. It's hot. It's hot in that sun. Now, I've only been doing this for maybe 3 years or whatever, but in my opinion, Alex Rose may be the best defensive player that we've watched. I mean, his ability, whether it's special teams or at middle linebacker, to find the ball and make plays is absolutely incredible. He's another one I wonder, will a college come in and give Alex Rose a shot, because he's a serious problem on defense. I mean, just
pushed out of bounds was Jaden Waite. And that's what we're talking about. Get you guys with the ball. I don't care how you do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Get them in the game. Keep the defense honest. You don't like to see Alex Rose limping around. He's coming out of the game right now. You hate to see that. Number 40, Kalen Vandentop, the junior, coming in for Alex Rose. Someone we were just talking about being all over the field. Hopefully he can kind of shake off whatever ails him right now, because the South Braves, that's a massive hit to that defense if he's not playing.
He was trying to tell Coach Jackson he was okay, but Coach Jackson motioned for the trainer. Good. Carpenter, far side. A good stick. Oh, that's a good
number 13,
wrap up
Nick
after
Yatsko. What a tackle. What a tackle. Nick Yatsko also, you look at Alex Rose on this defense, but Nick Yatsko is averaging every bit of, I want to say 10 tackles a game so far. Yeah, like 12 tackles a game when you count solos and assists. So he's all over the field as well for the Braves.
Third down and long for the Patriots. We said that a few times here tonight. 3rd and 9. Patriots need to keep this drive moving. Carpenter going the wrong way.
What a play
He's
by
athlete.
Bryson
He's got
though.
At least to throw it away.
Alive.
Puts it up for Stone. Did he make the ball came out?
Fumble.
Ball was just lost. Is that a fumble? They're going to call it a fumble on the play after the catch.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely. Hey, because Damon Stern, that was a phenomenal play by Bryson Carpenter to evade the rush, to roll out to his left, see the rush, roll out right. He definitely completed it to Damon Stern, who took, you got to catch it in 2 steps. You got to see possession. He absolutely had possession. It was kind of bang, bang, but that was a fumble from our vantage point. It was kind of bang-bang, but to me, Damon Sturm turned upfield, took a step or two, and then unfortunately fumbled the ball. I think it was pretty clear what happened. The call on the field.
And a personal foul against the Patriots that will make Terre South have excellent field position. Rosa White was the individual who recovered that fumble. We've called his name a couple of nights. He's having a whale of a first half.
I'm just a little bit frustrated. You don't follow up a great completion, then a fumble. So you already shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Now you want to do another 15 on top of giving Terre South the ball back. That's a terrible decision. Okay, excuse me. I thought it was a personal foul penalty.
That's what I thought they said. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
I misspoke. Okay.
I'd say you don't want to give South the ball and then follow that up with another 15-yard penalty.
Mm-hmm. So ball rests at midfield.
Again, we assume South's going to come out, spread formation. Coach Herron he'll shift kind of where his receivers are, but generally speaking, it's been 4 wide in the gun tonight in some fashion. Sometimes 3-by-1, usually 2-by-2, like a spread. Deshaun Lowe goes around.
Here comes
Kati up the middle, hurdles a defender. 13 quick yards and a first down. The clock will stop, change, move. Again, I just keep, I work in Northview, so I just keep thinking 2 weeks from now, not to shift ahead, but the Knights and whoever plays Terre Haute South, if Brady and Nas and Deshaun Lowe beat you through the air, in my opinion, as a former middle school football coach, Walt, serious middle school experience, middle school style, we're going to stop 20 in any way, shape, or form and make everybody else beat us.
And here comes another run. It's going to be close to the first down. Oh, it's a flag. A flag as well at the end of the play.
If they don't sell out to stop number 20, because South is already up 6. If they don't sell out to stop 20, I don't know how Terre Haute North plans to win this game. They have got to sell out to stop 20.
Interesting call here.
And then go for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting call here. Yep, against the Patriots. That one is a personal foul.
Because we got to remember, Walt, coming out of half, Terre Haute South gets it. Because North, they scored on that first kickoff, and really since then, they've had some good plays offensively, but they haven't taken advantage of it in the red zone. When Terre Haute South gets within the 10 or the 5, they go to that Wildcat, and I don't know how you stop that formation with Terre Haute South. With Alex Rose coming at you, with that big O-line, snapping it direct to Josh Kati, it's a problem. It's a problem to stop that formation.
So the call was personal foul below the head.
3-by-1 here for the Braves, so not a 2-by-2 formation. I assume we might see Deshaun Lowe in motion.
8:57 and rolling for the Braves.
Nope.
Here comes Kati.
Handoff, busted outside. He's going to race him to the sideline, just like
pass the first down and more. Does he have the touchdown? He does.
Well, that's youth league football, and I don't mean that in like a disrespectful way. He's just getting to the outside and cutting up the field. You have to get outside contained on Josh Kati. You cannot let Josh and Damon Stern get to the outside, or they're just going to make you look silly. So I don't know what Coach Blundell and the Patriots plan to do, but if it's not to sell out to stop number 20, it's going to be a long day.
Josh Kati.
Bloomington North couldn't do it last week.
Right.
Really, I mean, honestly, when we look at Terre Haute South right now, I'm sure I didn't see the Gibson Southern game, but I'm sure it's a play or two. They're 3-0 ball club. Right.
Lost it in the last 10 seconds.
You know what I mean? So all year, no one has been able to stop 20. So you just kind of want to see, what can they do?
That one looks much better. It is good. 20-7, Braves on top. We'll be right back after this.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
I could win one. I guarantee that.
Well, the Terre
You
Haute
are
South
watching
Braves.
South Vigo High School football on Indiana Sports Network.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Kickoff to right. Let's see what we can do with it. Needs something big here. Gets it across the 25 to about the 27. North is going to have, they've got to score here, Brock. North's got to score here.
Yeah, North has to score here. 8 minutes left, second quarter. Braves up 13. In the back of their mind, South knows we get the ball at their halftime. The Patriots have to show something here. They gotta show something here. It looks like Alex Rose is back in for the South defense as well, which is really, really big for Terre Haute South.
Carpenter direct snap, and he's going to run this himself. Gets a couple.
I believe number 23, Rosa White, on the tackle there for Terre Haute South.
And I'm telling you, this is a guy who has waited his time. Had a nice year last year, and this year it seems to be ready. Rosa White, boy, he was called his name several times.
At a high school, when your juniors aren't able to play, that's generally speaking kind of a good thing.
You are watching.
If you have freshmen and sophomore playing all the time, that means your upperclassmen aren't quite where you want them. So it's good to see when someone like Rosa White gets a shot in his senior year.
Sturm stacked up. One of the Braves on there was Brandon
The South
Freeman.
Braves are bottling up this Terre Haute North offense right now.
Kind of vanilla. They're kind of vanilla.
And the thing is, I mean, there's a lot of basketball players out there. There's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of different things you can do as an OC to get those kids open.
Yep.
So let's see
They're
what we
down
got.
at 4.
Oh, my.
South almost moved.
Very close, and that would have been close to a first. It would have been a first down. Let's see what they can draw up here. I would love to see Damon Sturm.
Here he is in motion, has the ball, looking for a hole. Sturm pops it. Ooh, it's going to be close.
Quick. I don't.
Going to be close.
Depending on the spot.
Yep.
Let's see. Yep, they gave it to him. First down. Clock stops.
I guess it's not as close as we thought.
No. But I don't, it is what it is, but when you get Damon Sturm on the outside, that's when he's going to do his damage. Again, I feel like I repeat myself all the time, but even tonight with Josh Kati, when he's getting to the outside, just like you would see when your best athlete races them to the sidelines, utilizes their speed, it's just a serious issue. Sometimes when you run it up inside, it's too easy to stop.
Ooh. Carpenter gets to the outside, a quick toss to the far side. That was all the way to Blundell.
Terre Haute South, they're tackling well tonight. They're hitting hard. They're tackling well. The South Braves are playing inspired. I don't.
You look at the Patriots, the one completion that Carpenter has down the field resulted in a fumble. We need to push this ball down the field a little bit.
I think so. I think just to keep him honest.
Yeah.
Jaden Wade is backside, a skinny post of some sort.
Here comes Sturm. Pyle gets pushed.
You'd like to see that Terre Haute North O-line 5-6 yards up the field making their blocks. That's huge.
It'll be third and short.
Third and short, I wonder if we have fourth and short here. Does Coach Blundell say, hey, it's kind of.
Yeah, that's a good question.
We're getting close.
Just
the way this game feels is.
Carpenter, does he keep it? No, gives it to Sturm. Hit from the backside, but could not be corralled. He should have enough, but it'll be close.
Yeah,
moving the chains.
Clock stops, resets the chains. So, kind of a meticulous drive, starting up here for Terre Haute North. That's what you want to see.
6 plays, 2 first downs.
Yep. I would love to see some play action. I would love to see some play action.
You've got guys that you can toss the ball around to.
Yeah.
Sturm not only can come out of the backfield, wait,
50 yards receiving a game for Sturm, so a screen of some sort.
Haven't seen that yet.
If Damon gets open in the open, if he gets in the open field, he's a problem. Quick zone
keeper.
read here. Carpenter on the keeper.
Ooh, tough tackle. Dad, he went down hard
again.
Slow to get up.
Is really impressive.
Carpenter slow
tackled him
to get
pretty
up.
high.
He was very high.
Him up quite high.
Twisted his body around a little bit. He's gimpy. Carpenter's going to have to come out for at least one play.
Nick Yatsko, again, the junior DB for Terre Haute South, has been all over the field. Has really impressed me so far tonight. I saw him on our stat sheet or whatever. And
quick timeout for the Patriots. We'll be right back.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
After this timeout, second down at 7. And handoff to Sturm. What we thought we would see. And what a tackle. Did the ball come out?
My.
The ball came out and the Braves have it. Oh my.
Hey, Drew,
what a disaster for the Patriots.
I wish we had a replay because Drew Thies went in like it was WWE Friday Night SmackDown and clothesline Damon Sturm. I realize we don't have replay, but that was an incredible play by number 8 Drew Thies, the DB. So the defensive standouts for Terre Haute South have showed out tonight so far. They have played really, really well. The ones we have highlighted on our stat sheet, Walt, those are the ones that keep popping up. Play in and play out.
So once again, the Braves have the ball midfield.
Well,
the second possession in a row.
I'm the type to say, oh, game is over, whatever. But, you know, if Terre Haute South scores here and goes for 2, 28-7, getting the ball back at halftime, you feel very dejected, Terre Haute North, at half. You really have to draw some stuff up, and you have to start getting very, very aggressive offensively if Terre Haute South were to go up 3 scores.
Back to pass, Wilson, a quick one. I absolutely love that coming out for first down. After you've been running.
Nice and quick, easy pass for Brady to complete, get it to your playmaker in the open field, and just get a quick 8 yards. It's just an extended run play, really. But you don't have to worry about giving Nas the ball and let him go up the middle. Just throw it on the boundary, throw it to the number, let your playmaker make a play. Super simple football. There's nothing real complicated about it, but it's incredibly effective.
Wilson back there with Kati. Hard count didn't work that time. Nobody flinched.
Inside handoff to Kati.
Here
looking
comes
at
Kati. Reversing
I
field.
love the way Donald Dean now.
I love
an incredible run.
Reverse field, first down, and more.
So Donald Dean does a good job of stopping the outside. So Josh has to switch and go the other way and gets to the outside on the opposite side of the field.
Yep. Nobody had that backside contained.
No. So you got to set a couple bookends, whoever it is, your corner, your outside linebacker, whoever, outside alley safety, whatever you want to call it, whoever, but you have to have outside contained.
Discipline.
Just your position football. So, you know, in 2 weeks, the Knights, they're going to be where they need to be. So we'll see what happens
better be.
there. Well, they will be. Now, whether or not, you know, you still got to tackle Josh, which is whole other. That's a whole other story.
Wilson looking, has a man.
What a throw.
Frozen rope to Heron.
Short of the first. No, they gave it to him. First down. Whoa, and it stops the clock, too. You feel that, Walt?
Mm-hmm.
That's the floodgates. You feel them? I mean, it is.
Brady Wilson, a little gimpy. I see him has got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Well,
But you shouldn't have to run very much.
No, he's not worried about running. He's delivering the ball well. This offense is ticking. They're moving. They've not really been stopped tonight. Very, very few times.
Quick pass
to Deshaun Lowe. Good
Another
play by
speedster.
Donovan Wright. Donovan Wright's been really impressive this evening as well. There's a lot of talent out on this field.
Both ways.
And I realize that that's that way every year with North and South.
Let me stop you.
It is.
Not like this, though.
Yeah, maybe
this
not to this, but I mean, I could date myself and definitely name some different instances where there's a lot. But man, you know, someone like Deshaun Lowe, it's just that he's 5'8". If that's a 6'2" high school kid, that's probably a FCS scholarship athlete. But you know,
2nd down and 6.
Quick inside handoff to
Kati going nowhere.
The first time we've seen him met in the hole and just kind of stopped for absolutely nothing.
They had about 3 or 4 Patriots there. Sometimes it takes that.
Yeah, well, it's going to take that for sure. You got to bottle him up, not let him bounce outside. And again, you know, if Brady is going to beat you, and they're going to beat you with Nas and Deshaun Lowe, at this point, I think you kind of have to sell out.
It could be anyone.
That if they beat you that way, hey, because right now, I mean, otherwise it's going to be Josh Kati left, Josh Kati right. He's going to run for 280 yards and 7 touchdowns tonight.
3rd down and 6. Clock ticking to 3 minutes.
Wilson
looking corner, has a man! Touchdown!
What a throw.
Terre, Haute, South.
Hey, the floodgates have been open. The floodgates have been open.
That was a beautiful ball.
That was a great play call.
What a great diagram.
3
great
by
execution.
1. Just a quick wheel to Deshaun Lowe. Great throw by Brady Wilson. You know, Deshaun Lowe is excited.
He should be.
The South Braves are excited. The South fans are excited. I think the whole stadium can kind of feel right now. This one is getting you know, new high school football rules. I'm not saying it's going there. I'm not saying it's going to go there.
Oh, Brock.
But we have a pattern so far that if we extrapolated what's happened over the course of another quarter, this clock might be running.
27-7, 3:07 to go in the half. We'll be right back.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Terre South with 3:07 to go in the half. Up by 20. Not exactly what we thought we would see here tonight.
And Walt, what is even kind of more a bobble by Donovan there.
He did that last time and
put it back. Oh my God!
Here we go.
Are you kidding me?
That's the formula.
Yeah.
Bobble
Donovan
it,
just need to
pick
bobble
it up,
that thing
and
each
go.
time he picks up a quick 40. Man, but what is even kind of more deflating for the Patriots right now is if you take away that special teams touchdown.
Right.
You know, if that doesn't happen on the first play of the game.
Right.
My gosh. With your quarterback hurt, you know, the backs are against the wall. So I'm just interested to see, you know, a lot can be learned about a team. You don't always have to win, but a lot can be learned about a team when your back is against the wall. So we got to see how Coach Blundell, you know, and the Patriots respond here with their leader out. It looks like maybe we'll see Damon Sturm, I believe, in a Wildcat formation. So we could start seeing this a lot.
We've seen this before.
Yeah.
Previous season.
Hopefully Bryson can get in, shake it off at halftime, and get back out there. But so far, man.
Yeah, and that's going to be
so
tough.
far, Walt, the momentum, you can kind of feel it in this South stands. They're excited. The North section
dejected.
Is a bit dejected, a bit quiet. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to just kind of comment on how it's almost palpable in this stadium right now. You can almost feel it. Because this is a huge momentum game. It's a huge rivalry game. You don't come in. And what's so crazy, Walt, is that shift of momentum because North takes the first touchdown, the first play, 7-0.
Right.
They are as high as you could get. And now it's been all Terre Haute South since then. All Terre Haute South since that one play.
Not sure
if I'm Coach Aaron, I'm ripping off timeouts right now. Boom, boom, boom.
Here comes Carpenter back in
I'm
limping.
ripping off a timeout right now. Stop the clock. Stop them here.
I agree
the ball
with you.
back.
I agree.
Because if you score again, then it really is. It's
you got to go for it. You got to go for it. You got to keep that hammer down, right?
Yeah, because if you get it and you go and you score again and you get the ball at halftime, you score again. If I'm Coach Blundell, Jaden, Damon, hey, you're out. We're not, Okay,
Carpenter
Bryson's
back
back
to
in
pass.
the game.
Down the field finally.
What a pass. First down.
They need that first down.
Absolutely. Connor Bray with the catch. That's a great throw there by Bryson.
Yeah. On 1.5 legs.
Yeah, we're going to see the Patriots going, probably 5 wide for the majority of the rest of the evening.
But we saw that. But we got to vertical, get down vertical.
And Bryson's more than capable.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun second half to watch Bryson just kind of throw it around the yard. Win or lose, it's going to be fun to watch.
Carpenter down the middle again.
Be fun to watch.
2 for 2 on the last
first
two
down,
plays.
Stop the clock, get up to the ball, and get going. You got no time to waste because you've not been super efficient. So you got to get as many plays in this minute 13 as you can get. As many plays as you can run. If you can run 6 or 7 plays, you got to run 6 or 7 plays.
And the Patriots have 2 timeouts, so they still have.
But they got to go. There's no time to waste here.
Carpenter. Stern
and they
got to take
shots.
Here we go.
We got to take shots. If you throw
looking down the field once again, in a great stick, but it'll be a first down.
If Bryson puts that at the field goal post, man, that's a touchdown to Jaden Waite. You can't be afraid of throwing interceptions, especially down 20 points. You've got to put it in the end zone. You've got to take shots. You've got to score.
I wonder with that leg. I don't know, if he has enough to get it that far on that leg right now, or what?
He's got a heck of an arm.
He does.
You can't be afraid of throwing an interception. You've got to let your playmakers make a play, man.
Another 1st and 10. Could be a hold. Nope. South fans want it. Carpenter's just going to take off. Get what you can, get out of bounds. Got about 7 yards.
That's a smart play.
Want to say a big hello to Terre Haute South grad of 1996, James Dockery. James, thank you for tuning in tonight. Get me some barbecue, my friend. James Dockery is a heck of a cook.
These South Braves are cooking the North Patriots right now.
Yeah, they are. They really
North
are.
needs to score here. They absolutely need to score here.
To the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown,
Jaden Waite.
Big score for the Patriots. Carpenter back in the game. Limping.
They absolutely needed that. Now you get your extra point, 27-14. You get to stop the first possession of that second half, and then you're right back in the ball game. There's a massive drive for the Terre Haute North Patriots. Dare I say it saved the game for them. This is a ball game now.
You can say that.
This is a ball game now.
Right before the end of the half.
Not that 3 possessions is out of hand or whatever, but the way that Terre Haute South has meticulously been running the ball, it's like a time thing. You just run out of time
kick
eventually.
is up and good. They're within 2 touchdowns now. 27 seconds to go. We're going to go ahead and keep this thing right here. The missed extra point for Terre Haute South. You mentioned that a moment ago, how that could be huge.
It could be huge. I would have liked to have seen South at one point maybe go for 2, but then you figure they maybe if North botches one of their PATs, then hey, maybe you're tied up or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see what South decides to do here. They'll have Nas and Deshaun Lowe back to return, so we'll see if Terre Haute North decides to kick it to Deshaun and Nas or kind of squib it and see what Coach Herron decides to do at the end of the half. I hope he takes some shots. You might as well. But they might just get the possession, kneel it, take it to the second half, and get the ball back.
Then, sometimes it's better to be safe. But if you get a great return, who knows?
Yeah, and
you got a quarterback with a great arm.
Well, and it looks like their kicker can kick a little bit. So really, if you're shooting for, in high school, you want to get to the 25-yard line. You can take a shot on a field goal if you have to, and then you get to 30 and You know, now it's still technically a 2-possession game, but they got to get their 2 2-point conversions if they were to not score again, which
So South is playing okay. I thought they were going to play kick safe, but
so they have. I like what Coach Herron did is they've taken Nas and put him right at about the 25, so they don't have them stacked up side by side. They got them kind of on top of each other, so if they decide to kind of go short, then Nas can still get it. Let's see.
And
nope.
The kick goes around the 22-yard line. And nowhere to go. Wrestled down at the 24. So 23.1 seconds is what the clock shows.
Returned there by number 80, A.J. Watkins, the junior. So let's see what Coach Herron decides to do here. They've got 23 seconds, 2 timeouts. So,
boy, it's a tough decision because you don't.
Oh, it's not a tough decision.
It's still a sophomore.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a negative play right before the
6.
halftime.
You don't want to pick 6.
But you want to kind of gamble and see what can I get one play and see what happens.
Yeah.
So
you got enough playmakers. We might just see a quick screen or something, kind of safe out here. Get them in the open field. You can burn those 2 timeouts if you want to. But somebody like Deshaun Lowe or Nas McNeil can take it 70 pretty quickly. Yep, there it is.
Quick out.
There it
is.
is.
Completion. Now let's see what happens.
Uh-oh.
McNeil across the 40, close to the 45, at the 43, 15.8. So just about, 6 seconds come off the clock there.
Yeah.
So you can do that
again. A really nasty play you can run is kind of bring Nas back on that screen, fake the screen. Now, don't quote me, Deshaun might have done that earlier on his wheel route. I don't know if they kind of faked that inward screen and then wheeled off of it, but that's something we might see here later is fake the screen to Nas, Deshaun on the wheel.
Kati in the backfield, presumably for blocking.
Uh-oh.
Looking down the field, intercepted!
Oh, no.
Just what you did not want.
This is
it's returnable across the 30. Jaden Wade to the 20. Wrestled down at the 14-yard line. 2.7 seconds to go. Blundell has one play.
That's not what you
my.
Hey, so, okay. Not to repeat myself again. We got 3 seconds left, Walt. What does Bryson Carpenter need to make sure he does, Walt?
Go to the end zone.
Take a shot to the end zone because you only have one play. So you don't need a sack. You don't throw it to the 5-yard line.
I'd like to call a timeout here.
Wait, fine. Yeah, call a timeout.
Either team.
You find
call
your
the
basketball
timeout.
player. I don't care if Nas McNeil is on him.
Yeah.
I don't care if you throw an interception.
Yep.
You have to take a shot.
Absolutely.
You got to take a shot.
So we're going to change to 3.5 seconds, which means we still only have one play.
Hey, because he almost took that to the house.
Almost.
Because when 5 gets the ball in his
tackle
hands,
away.
It's very obvious when 5 gets the ball in his hands that he's a problem. And, he's going to get in the weight room at ISU, and I'm really excited to kind of see his progress because someone like Jaden Waite, you either are 6'3" or you're not, and he is.
He is.
So that's at the next level. That's like the first step. Even in basketball, Walt, you know what I mean? You either are or you are not 6'4" or 6'5", and Jaden Waite is that. So, I'm really excited to see his progress because when he gets to the next level, there's not going to be shadow coverage, safety over the top.
Right. He's going to be another guy.
He's going to be another guy.
No knock.
And sometimes that's easier.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is I'm assuming these coaches are preparing for Jaden. I know Northview specifically did for sure.
Yeah.
And which makes everything easier for everybody else. So what Jaden is going to find himself in college is when he just becomes kind of that dude finding his spot, it's going to become a little bit easier for him to find some kind of single coverage and things of that nature.
It's interesting when an offensive player struggles to get the ball but make the play on defense. We saw Waite make a big tackle earlier.
Absolutely.
Now the interception.
You don't see Josh Kati tackled in the open field, and he made it look easy.
That's right.
Came off that safety spot, fought off a block, wrapped up Josh with a relatively easy tackle. So let's see what they have here. I'm guessing the drag route. We could see Sturm maybe going to this opposite left pylon. Shooting for the pylon, shooting for the corners. So, look, just right now, you can see right now, Walt, that Nas McNeil is over the top.
Yes.
So, there's no reason that Bryson's even going to go to Jaden Waite. So, when we see that he only has 2-3 catches, this is why. You're seeing it right there. Why would he even go there? It's okay. You're taking 2 people off the field.
Looking back.
Oh, boy.
Could I throw it up in the air?
Oh, boy. Oh, my.
He caught it.
Oh,
caught it. You are joking.
Oh, my.
Jaden Waite.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Hey, he's looking like a Division I athlete.
Jaden Waite!
Whatever. Yeah, that's okay. He should have head tapped him. Good for him. Wow.
What a catch.
Hey, and that's a big boy throw, too, by Bryson.
Throw it up
there.
and go get it.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny how that works sometimes when you have a 6'3".
It is eerily quiet on the south side of the stadium, bro.
I have a bad tendency. I like jinx teams, I feel like, when I say crazy stuff. Good for Terre Haute North. Wait a second.
We've got a sportsmanlike conduct on the Patriots, so this is going to make Jack Butman's kick a little bit tougher.
Hey. This is so exciting now. Great, good. I was a little worried. I was very worried.
I
think rightfully so.
I thought
rightfully so. That Terre Haute North offense did not look real good. In this final 4 minutes, they kind of came to life. Your Division I football player reared his head. Huge defensive play, huge pick by Jaden Wade. He returns it 60 yards. Next play, 3 seconds. I don't know if that was the design of the play, Walt, but if it was, that was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
So?
I do believe that was the design.
Because if you notice, Nas McNeil and that when they go two high safeties, that one is shadowing over to Jaden every time with somebody in his face. So it's understandable, like I said, why he maybe has only had 3 or 4 catches, but everybody else is so wide open that it doesn't really matter.
Patriots score on the first play of the half.
Wow.
And the last play of the half. Snap, hold, kick. Kick is good. We have a 6-point game. The game looked like it was headed
closed
for running clock, and now we have a 1-possession game going into the halftime break. Folks, if this is your first North-South football game, this is what we do. It's halftime. We're going to step back and take a breath. My heart rate's going to go down a little bit.
We're going to get you a blood pressure pill.
That's right.
Hopefully when you walk back to Old Navy later, you don't pass out.
We'll step aside for a quick break in our program here. We'll come back with some halftime analysis. You're watching North-South football right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
You are watching South Vigo High School football on Indiana Sports Network.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard. It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
What a wild 24-minute, folks. I'm telling you, this was a, heart-pumping, show-stopping 24 minutes that we had here as the Terre Haute South Braves are clinging now to a 27-21 lead. There's so many instances of this North-South game where the combined score is less than 27 or 21.
Absolutely.
These two teams have those points respectively, South and North. And Brock, just a very action-packed first half.
Someone scoring 50 tonight.
Yeah.
Jaden Wade coming into the evening had 1 catch on the year. He has 2 touchdown catches tonight in the first half. He has an interception.
Right.
The stars are showing out tonight.
They are, and that's what we needed.
Absolutely. I mean, we had a good idea of what was going to happen. Damon Sturman's had a really big year coming into this game. We thought Bryson was going to go out, maybe fighting some sort of an injury. They started to look to Jaden Wait, and Jaden answered the call, down 27-7. Looking like, I said the floodgates are kind of open. Well, they've been shut now. And now everything's settled in. Terre Haute South gets the ball at halftime. If Terre Haute North gets a stop, hey, it's a change game. Because for a little while there, you could just feel it, that it was getting out of hand. And honestly, Terre Haute North scored, their 2 touchdowns in the final 3 minutes of the second quarter. So they really rallied there at the end of that second quarter, and massive plays by their Division I football player, and he looks every bit of it.
And we talked about Coach Blundell having to find a way. Sometimes you have to push the envelope.
Yeah.
You don't want to press, but sometimes you have to do that. At 1 and 2, this is the time where you have to press to get your guy the ball.
Yeah, but because even on that last play, Nas McNeil was stacked over the top, and they had a man in front of Jaden. So they rolled Bryson out. I think it was designed. They rolled Bryson out to the right. He kind of stops at the hash, looks backside, chucks it up to the basketball player, and he makes a phenomenal catch.
I'm all pro.
Excited to see what Jaden Wade can do in the coming years at ISU.
We're going to take a quick break in our halftime show. 27-21 to score. Terre Haute South on top. When we come back, we'll have some more analysis and our first look at the the Pride of South. Let me get it right. The Pride of South Marching Band will be on the field when we come back. We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
I'm all-pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York. It could be anyone. The star student. The all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you, because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And we're at halftime, 27-21 your score, as the South Braves had a commanding lead, and then things changed in the last few moments of the half. As when you look at the way things started, as the North Patriots scored on the first play of the game, that hit the shot in the arm.
Yep.
And then they kind of had a lull.
And then a quick 4 scores by Terre Haute South.
Yeah.
Then the final 3 minutes, they find Wade on a slant within the 10. I was pressed for Coach Herron to be aggressive. He was aggressive. Jaden was able to pick Brady off with, maybe 25 seconds left. Takes it down to the 10. There's maybe like 3 seconds left. Yeah. Run the play, get it to him in the end zone, and now we got a totally different ball game. Had that final 3 minutes of that second quarter not happened, and it's 27-7 with South getting the ball, Terre Haute North does not have a lot to look forward to. And right now, there's we're back in the ball game, Conference Indiana rivalry game, and we're almost even going into this third quarter.
When you look at the way this game was going, the largest lead for the Braves, 27-7. After the touchdown pass to Lowe, that the Braves got the ball. The Braves scored with right about 3 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And then you had touchdown pass to Waite, the Waite interception, and then touchdown pass to Waite. So those 3 big plays at the end of the half by Jaden and Terre Haute North. You talk about new life. I mean, that's just not just a phrase. I mean, they literally have new life on a night where we have a full moon. This is just.
There's probably some fancy name for that sort of moon.
Yeah, it's probably
like
a blood moon or something. It looks awfully big.
Yeah, it is. It's large. It's orange.
Yeah. So
which it's usually not that color.
That's right.
But I'm not an astrologist. Well, I'm sure you're not either.
No, not even close.
But what I do know is Terre Haute North defense got to find a way to stop 20.
Yep.
Whoever plays Terre South from here on out has got to find a way to stop 20.
Right.
And when Deshaun Lowe pops over the top or Nas pops over the top, hey, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So you got to find a way to stop 20 first and foremost. And if everybody else beats you, that's what happens.
I hate to. I'm not one that is adverse to looking silly on camera. I saw a friend of mine, one of my classmates, when I, marching band mates, Mindy Goucher, that is right below the press box, got to wave at her, and so we told you that we would see the Pride of South marching band on the field after the timeout. They had some award presentations here during halftime, and now the Braves are getting ready to take the field. The Pride of South marching band.
Some sort of classic rock.
It is.
Everyone who
I'm going to be honest, Brock. I'm glad that we're here, so I could. My son's in the marching band, and we'll have 2 South games this season.
Who's his favorite
come watch
classic
him.
rock band?
Yeah, well, he doesn't know any of the classic rock. I'm a horrible father, evidently.
No,
but
I don't think so. I'm not a huge fan of classic rock either. It's okay.
I honestly don't want to see the show because they have a contest in Brownsburg tomorrow. So I want to see it there. I absolutely am going, and then hightailing it back for the Rose Holman game. Yep. So I don't want Tony Harper to be nervous.
Sure.
They South performs at like 4:30, so that gives me time to 4:15 when they perform. I leave right after that, get back to Rose Holman. No, plenty of time. But this is my first time seeing the show or hearing the music. Okay. I heard that the music is phenomenal. So my son told me that I would like the show, so I'm very excited
I'd love to
see what we have here.
Camera kind of pan up, maybe get the moon in the background. Very scenic.
Yeah.
I don't really know a lot about marching band.
A lot of hard work. That's all
Absolutely.
People need to know.
A lot of time, a lot of effort.
That's right. And saw a post by someone earlier this week. No one's name will be called. You look at marching band, not total team sport, but I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
There's no individual.
It's a part of every football game at every level, whether it's Saturday. Well, obviously, I guess not. Any sort of school level football. I suppose on Sundays it's not. But on Saturdays, Ohio State's going to dot the I, and every football stadium around the country has got 60 to 80 to 100K in it. At halftime, the band's coming out and putting on a show and keeping the people entertained.
And that's what the Pride of South is doing right here, starting their 2022 marching band competition year. As tomorrow, the first contest, as we mentioned, tomorrow will be in Brownsburg High School. Terre North, incidentally, will be there as well. Didn't see the whole lineup. Northview might be there. I haven't seen the whole lineup. Would give you a moment to listen to the sounds and to see the sights. The Pride of South. So with marching band shows, you have multiple movements, and just a lot of work that goes into these young men and women. Really, they're boys and girls. They're teenagers, and hey, I'm just going to call it like it is. They're children. There are children, and they put in a lot of hard work. A lot of adults right there with them, trying to keep things in order and make things, connected. But Mr. Tim Murphy does a great job with the band. He has great assistants as well, and the program is in good hands with Mr. Murphy. And the Terre South Marching Band has a nice rock theme to it this year. That's the Pride of South Marching Band, folks, starting their 2022 competition season tomorrow at Brownsburg. I'll be there. Will you? 27-21 at halftime. South in command. We'll be right back after these messages on the Indiana Sports Network.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best. And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from, And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
27-21 as the football teams are making their entrance back onto the field as they'll get a few extra moments to complete their stretches here tonight. I want to thank our sponsors, our presenting sponsor, Indiana Army National Guard, our pregame sponsor, Culver's, with some great commercials, and we thank them for being on board. Also, we have Farm Bureau Insurance with with Micah Bonomo, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, which I'm yet to get to that soda fountain, Brock, that you talk about, and I have to get there. Riddell's National Bank and York Automotive. What is your? Do you have a go-to?
Go-to? I'm a limeade lemonade guy. I like sour stuff, so yeah, I usually go with like a limeade. That's what my kids like too. It's pretty good and it's relatively affordable. Yeah. All things considered, in this current economic environment.
That's right. This environment that we have, and
I've only paid attention for about 10 years.
Say what?
I've only paid attention to the quote-unquote economy for about 10 years now.
It starts to matter when at some point.
You start paying for your kids and gas and all that stuff.
That's right.
Being an adult.
These kids that we have on the football field tonight, a lot of parents have spent a lot of money and gas taking them to football camps and travel sports and time to practices and getting off work early to make games and all this kind of stuff. It takes a village, and boy, we've got a small town here.
What do you think
tonight.
Think, probably 4 or 5.
Yes, great attendance here tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And it'll take people about an hour and a half to get out of the parking lot.
Yeah, so we might have locked out.
We actually probably
Old
did.
Navy, honestly.
Absolutely.
We might be able to sneak out a little bit quicker.
When you look at the way this first half has gone, started great for the Patriots, the Braves in the middle, ended well for the Patriots. What do you expect? The second half.
Trying to make a prediction about this second half is going to be very, very difficult. What we do know is Terre South is going to give 20 the ball a lot.
Yep.
Terre North has got to find a way to stop him because regardless of the turnover that happened, they still have not yet to show that they can stop 20 running the ball. So they need to focus on that first and foremost. The North Patriots defense does, and we'll see what South decides to do because Terre North has seemed to let Bryson kind of drop back, and it'll be interesting to see if they just keep letting Bryson rip the ball, and I assume that's what we're going to see. A lot of double coverage on Jaden Waite, seeing if Connor Bray and Blundell and Sturm can make some passes and make some plays in the open field.
When you look at the way this game has gone, I'm kind of looking here. We've had one turnover on down for South, and 2 actual turnovers. And 1 turnover. Turnover and down, and then they also had the interception at the end of the half. Yeah, for Terre Haute North, you had a couple of turnovers for them. So the ball has really kind of been equal with the way it's been dropped on the ground.
And I almost kind of forgot they had that great completion to Sturm at about the 45. He took 1-2 steps, boom, quick play, quick fumble.
Yeah.
South got the ball back and scored on that. So technically 2 South scores off North turnovers. So if they
those
can
are back to back
as
well.
If they can limit that, it's going to be an unpredictable second half.
The message from Blundell at the half was what?
Stop 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop 20. We can't let him bounce it outside. We cannot let him get 13, 14 yards a carry. We have to contain him. And if Deshaun Lowe and Nas McNeil beat us over the top, you almost have to pick your poison with Terre Haute South. Which one is going to be, which one are you going to stop?
The message from Heron at the break was what?
I mean, honestly, keep doing what you were doing up until the final 3 minutes of the second quarter. They had some things kind of go wrong, the absolute worst of the worst of what could have happened. So you still feel pretty good if you're Terre Haute South. We scored four touchdowns.
Yeah.
The only time they stopped us is when we had turnovers. So it's going to be a really interesting second half.
Beginning of the first half, North scores and South dejected.
Yes.
End of the first half, North scores twice, South dejected. Which bookend was more demoralizing? I don't want to say demoralizing, but which one was more of a haymaker?
The Terre Haute North 2 scores in the final 2 minutes of the second quarter. Yeah. Because I made a comment. The floodgates have opened. Now I sound like a moron. Because they've been shut very quickly.
Usually it's me saying that stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Glad to share the wealth.
Great. It was a great final closing at Terre Haute North, and that's really that's how you can judge. We talked about it. That's how you can judge a football team. When your back's against the wall, how do you respond? And Terre Haute North responded, incredibly well, especially with Bryson was out a couple plays too, a series for sure. So we have McNeil and Josh Kati actually back to return, I believe, for Terre Haute South. Don't quote me on that.
But
he was. So Nas McNeil fielded about the 30. You hate to see that low kick.
Here comes the Braves out to midfield again.
Man.
46, 47-yard line. So once again, South with great field position.
They had that. If we remember on that Jaden Waite, he kind of head tapped or whatever. The kids do these weird things nowadays. I teach in school, and I don't know. He if you dunk on someone or whatever, which I know Jaden absolutely can. A lot of kids do it because they dunk on Nerf goals, but you dunk on someone, whatever, you make a catch, you tap your head, taunt them or whatever. So I think that's why we saw the short kick, because they had the penalty from that final play. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain that's why we saw the kick to the 30. We have spread with the receivers stacked up. Heron, Nas McNeil, Deshaun Lowe.
We've seen this several
80,
times in the first half.
A.J. Watkins.
And
quick pass out to Nas McNeil. Face mask.
Face mask should be
yards.
He stepped out of bounds. Tried to stay in bounds. Couldn't quite do it. That would have been 6.
They missed a face mask.
They did. Yep. With incidental contact, but still would have been 5 yards.
Still, you touch that face mask and you move them, it's technically a face mask. But yeah, Nas did some great tightrope walking. I thought he was going to stay in bounds.
Yeah, very close.
That's where you like to see, you get that screen on the outside. If you can cut it back across the field, that's when you're really going to be able. The sideline's another defender. You want to get away from that sideline as quick as you can.
Here comes Kati looking for a block.
And he somehow gets to the outside still.
It just makes no sense.
But was not really able to get any positive yardage. So really that's a good stop there by the Patriots. When you can stop Josh Kati for 3 yards, you feel good because, on the season and not counting tonight, he's averaging about 6.5 a tote. So, really, if you just extrapolate those numbers, you can hand it to Josh Cottee every possession, and by the numbers, you're going to get first downs and touchdowns.
Boy, Terre South, really, they've had a lot of good running backs. You go over the last decade and a half just to keep it current. At West Vigo, at the end of the third quarter, Northview up 34-6. Back to pass over the middle, dropped. This ball was dislodged.
Really heady play there by Chris Herron, because he, it looked like Nas almost caught it.
Yes.
But it was an incompletion.
Joe still mixing it up with the play calls.
Yep. You're getting your playmakers involved.
Because you have a lot of them.
You got several. Chris Herron, the sophomore, has played really well. He's a stick mover. He's kind of.
Can you imagine Wilson and Herron? They don't have wide receivers. Herron is going to be, if he sticks at that position.
Yeah.
Boy, when he's a senior, he's going to be tough.
Absolutely, he's going to be a problem. We might see him
might grow a couple
end up doing something as well.
Yep.
Spread formation. Wilson back to pass. Screen to Cottee with a lot of room and a lot of linemen.
Here comes Cottee. 20, 10, touchdown. 4 touchdowns for Josh Cottee tonight. This one from 43 yards.
Anytime you get somebody like that with Jude McCoskey in front of him, several linemen in front of him, that opened up real quick. Cottee filled the hole, and you could see that touchdown from about 40 yards away.
I'm trying to I apologize. That's only the third.
Oh yeah.
I gave him an extra one. Let me make sure.
That's the third on the day.
I think that's the third
Josh Cottee is up to 10 touchdowns on the year.
Big extra point here is up. It is good. 34 to 21. A 13-point lead for the Braves. Back after this.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
I'm going to correct myself again. That's actually the fourth. So Cottee has a 2-yard touchdown run, a 1-yard touchdown run, a 14-yard touchdown run, and now a 43-yard touchdown reception for his 4th touchdown of the night.
So that puts Josh Cottee at 10 rushing touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns for a total of 12 touchdowns in 4 games. How many touchdowns is that a game, Walt? 12 touchdowns, 4 games. Quick. 3.
That's 3 games so far. But there's more. There's a lot of clock left.
We got more. Flag.
A lot of clock left.
Flag.
That's why I didn't want to answer.
They'll take it at the 35, I believe.
You know, Terre Haute South, I believe, now has 3 touchdown drives of less than a minute tonight.
Explosive
I believe
plays.
that was their 3rd, because they got the ball with 11 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the half.
And scored quickly. So let's see what Coach Blundell has planned. Looks like they're going to be in a twins to the left, weight on the backside with Glotzbach in it, kind of that H-back, tight end, fullback position.
Carpenter had success in the passing
game,
looking
backside.
deep, throws it up, intercepted. And once again, look at there, my guy, Trevor Branch. I see you, Trev. Trevor Branch, just a sophomore, 5'9", starting sophomore defensive back, getting big props from Coach Jackson there. Coach Jackson's been working with Trevor a lot. He has a lot of potential, this young man.
Coach Jackson is showing some emotion. He's not always, he's more of a stoic type. He does.
I'm going to tell you what. I don't want to know.
He can show emotion.
I was at a wedding a couple of weeks ago. I'm putting him out there. He pledged Omega Psi Phi at Indiana State University. Atomic Dog came on at the reception.
And it was going down.
And it went down.
Okay.
Coach Jackson. The tie came off. The shirt was untucked.
It was like 1980.
Yes, sir. Yes,
whatever,
sir.
all over again.
So Coach Jackson's got a lot of fire in that belly. He's very stoic, as you said.
So we get twins to the left.
The 37.
McNeil, low. Watkins backside. Handoff to Kati.
Face mask.
Oh my! Well, we got a cut. We're gonna have a face mask, I believe, on Josh Kati.
I think
Donald
so.
Dean with a phenomenal play there. Meeting Josh in the hole, stringing it out. Okay. So I'm off. They called a holding against the Braves. I thought they had dinged Josh for an offensive face mask, because you can always stiff arm, but if you grab that face mask, then it becomes a bit of a player safety issue. So let's see if Terre Haute South can get up by 3 touchdowns again. And Terre Haute North can rattle off 2 touchdowns in like a 2-minute span. Looks like we're cooking up another insane half here, Walt. It's almost, it's feeling a little deja vu-y a little bit.
You know, it was interesting. Trevor Branch ended the jamboree, the north-south quarter, with an interception just like that. So I know that's technically his second interception against Terre Haute North.
Yeah. Just in the stats doesn't count as jamboree, but hey, in his mind for sure.
Wilson back overthrown,
that's a pick.
And that's a pick.
Donovan Wright.
How about you intercept me, I'll pick you right back. North will have great field possession. We're going to take a quick break. 11:08 to go, third quarter. Back for North possession after this.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait time.
From the 44-yard line, Carpenter scrambling.
Looking for the screen.
Throw the ball away.
Out of bounds.
I don't like that. Throw the ball away. Save the 2 yards. I know he only lost a couple, but throw the ball away.
They were looking for the screen to Sturm. They said, hey, Josh Kati, we like to get a little screen to our running back as well. They looked for it. Bryson couldn't get it there, went ahead and ran out of bounds. Like I said, outside of the box there, go ahead and just throw it out of bounds. Bryson move on to the next play. Bryson back to pass.
Over the middle, underthrown just a little bit.
It's a good read. He was looking for Conan Bray on the skinny post there in the middle
of the field. He was there. Tight window, though.
South's running a lot of too high, so, it just depends. You can find those windows in there. You just got to be patient. A lot of zone defense being played today. Nas McNeil matching up with Blundell down here at the bottom of the screen. Jaden Waite backside. Looks like a 3-by-1. Donovan Wright in at running back, moving Sturm into the slot. I love to see that. You love to see that.
Get him out in the route.
Jaden Waite backside
to the 41-yard line.
Big cushion.
Here comes Carpenter. Offensive line holds up. Going deep, overthrown. Could have been intercepted again by McNeil.
8 out of 10 times.
Yes.
And that's just one of the 2 times, one of the 20% of the time he didn't make that catch.
And that was a tough catch, over the shoulder, trying to look it in.
Nas wishes he had that one back, though.
Yep.
He's more than capable of catching that.
I think he had visions of returning that. I
think so. He could have looked up into the lights too. It kind of got into his face mask. He's normally a player that's going to catch it in his hands and whatnot. Nas would like to have that one back for sure.
4th and 14. We'll bring
depending,
on the punting unit.
if he picks it off there, depending on what happens here, really
could be better than this.
Sometimes
could be better
it's better
than this
that
punt.
you drop. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Depending. Oh boy.
Punt is low.
Oh my.
And returnable. Here comes Nas. Hemmed in.
Good coverage by the Patriots.
Good pursuit by the
Good
Patriots.
coverage by the Patriots. Now, I don't know if you noticed that while they bobbled the snap, it was rolling. Had Terre Haute South sent some pressure there, it would have been a real issue. Because they had some time to maybe get a finger on it with the bobbled snap.
10:44.
Have we only played a minute and 15 seconds?
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to say that. This quarter might last an eternity.
I'm getting hungry, Walt. Every third quarter, I start thinking about being hungry.
If somebody could bring us some Culvers, that'd be fantastic.
Timeout, south or north?
Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. I'll be right back.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share.
Deshaun Lowe on the end around for the South Braves. Quick 6 yards for Terre South.
Once again, you have a speed merchant, you get him the ball.
Just the way that Terre North is lining up, you're seeing number 16. I believe it's Samuel Wellhurt, the freshman, is rolled up on Nas McNeil with the safety on the hash. If Nas gets vertical, it could spell problems for Terre Haute North. They've been rolling someone up on Nas. Now this time that they switch up the coverage a bit. Nope, they roll them up, and we'll see what 12 does.
I'd love to see that.
Inside handoff to Kati.
Kati spins.
First down. Easy first down.
He's a tough customer to bring down, and we've said that all night long.
Now, Terre South needs to start thinking, because when they get a first down, the clock stops. They need to start utilizing that play clock. We're up 2 scores. They should be in absolutely no hurry. They should be running this play clock down. Yep. Coach Aaron should be telling them right now, like, we need to run this play clock down. I don't know, he's making some sort of a hand signal. Run this play clock down to 5 seconds each time. There's no reason to snap the ball with 10 seconds left on the clock. You're in no hurry. You're in a 2-possession lead. Your ball. There's no hurry right now.
Crowd that line trying to stop Kati.
And Wilson does wait till it gets down. Yes, looks like to about 2 seconds. That's
Kati
smart.
with the ball, hemmed in. That's
great
what
play
you
there
see
by the Patriots.
That's what you've been asking for.
You have to. You got to sell out to stop him. And again, because you're down 2 scores. So he has 4 touchdowns. So if you can just get him out, just slow him down, and hope that Brady can make a mistake or something like that. You cannot let Josh beat you anymore. Deshaun Lowe hobbling around a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. It's kind of part of football.
I wonder if he's trying to fool everybody too.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a hurt or injured thing in football, and a lot of the time you're just hurt, and you're unfortunately playing through
Wilson
some pain
back,
sometimes.
2nd and 12. Look, he's going to scramble.
Uh-oh.
Man covering him. He's got to go down awkwardly. Went down awkwardly. He pops up
looking for like a horse collar. I think they were close.
Yeah.
And it just kind of looked worse than what it really was.
So that's going to bring up a long 3rd down and 8. The clock is still rolling, though. South up 2 scores, 34-21. Clock shows 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Remember, folks, we played 12-minute quarters in high school football. To say that we've only played 3 minutes in this half is
this
stupefying.
has lasted a minute.
Yes.
This has lasted a while. I'm hoping Chavez is still open on my 70 whenever I get there.
I bet it is. Pressure coming, Wilson hit. It could have been a pick. Very close. Very close, bro. Caleb Hubel there.
I love the way Brady Wilson just pops up. He did it during the Jamboree, too. He kind of got gun smoked in the Jamboree one time, and Brady Wilson pops right back up. I'm sure Dad has told him that. You don't let the opponent see you down. Even when you're hurting, just pop back up, fake them out, even if you are hurt.
So big stop for the Patriots. We thought we were going to see a little drive there for the Braves. They had to bring on the punting unit.
Just because they bottle up Josh Kati one time doesn't mean that they're going to consistently do it. So even, Terre South saw him, they stopped us the one time.
Bad snap! Still has room to get it off. What a magnificent punt!
There's no reason.
What a magnificent punt inside the 10. down to the 6 after a bot snap. How good was that?
Number 22, Carter Childress, bobbled it, picked it up. He had about 4.5 seconds to punt that thing. You would have liked to seen Terre North bring in just a little bit of pressure just to really challenge the ability of Carter to get that punt off, but what a heck of a punt.
So we've seen a kickoff return after a bobble.
Yeah.
We saw a 40-yard kickoff after a bobble. Then we see the best punt of the season after a bad snap.
Bobble.
North
so
from the 6.
We got a little 5 wide, empty backfield here for Bryson. And this is where we saw him have success there at the end of the second quarter.
How good is he moving?
Sturm.
Here comes Sturm, far
Get
side.
Outside, Damon.
Hits
Get
hard.
outside, Damon. We got to see Damon use his speed. That's what Josh Kati does. We need to see Damon use his speed. He's got track speed. Get to the outside.
I think he's so, I don't want to say maybe not conditioned, but he wants to get the yards.
You got to cut it
and
up.
He doesn't always look to bounce it.
Sure, but when you run an end around or something like that, that's designed to get outside.
Exactly.
Just go ahead and get outside. But
exactly,
he knows what he's doing. He's scored plenty of
Second
touchdowns
down
in
and
high
5. Here comes Sturm the other way.
Oh,
safety.
boy.
Safety is the call, or is he down at the 1? Looking for the signal, down at the 1.
That's a say.
Bad snaps again.
Oh, my. Okay. And again, we have a bad angle up here, Walt. So Bryson absolutely could have been on like the 1 when he was being tackled. I don't.
And
really
his helmet
know for
came
sure.
off, so he's got to come out for this 3rd down play.
Eesh.
Oh boy, it gets bad to worse. So officials will take a timeout here to sort things out, and we'll keep this right here. 7:49 to go. We're going to want to remind you that tomorrow evening, 7 p.m., Old National Bank Night, as Rose Holman will open their home slate of their 2022 football season against Shrine. Last season, folks, Rose won the game in a nail-biter, 31-30 on a 2-point conversion at Shrine. So now Shrine will come to Terre Haute to Rose Holman to try to return the favor. Rose Holman trying to get their first win of the season after a tough loss at DePaul last Saturday. Both teams made the Division III national tournament. They played each other last season in the tournament.
Sure.
A quick timeout.
I would love to see Coach Aaron just send 30.
We'll take a timeout here as well. We'll be right back.
And send them.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Back at Terre South, as more scoring updates are coming in.
So we got 3rd and 16. Bryson cannot be in the game. I believe they have Damon in at like a wildcat formation. They're just going to try to gain some yardage.
Get what you can.
Make. Oh, no, under center for the first time today. First time we've had a QB under center.
Hand this thing off. And there we go. You get what you can.
Creating a little bit of room just to get that punt. A little update heading into the 4th quarter. Linton 27, Sullivan 20.
This is a big game. Sullivan number 1 in class with a 2A.
Big rivalry game.
Yeah.
Sullivan came to play. Came to play tonight. Huge game last week against Northview where they played really fairly well. A pretty serious back-to-back there for Sullivan, and they've handled it pretty well. Terre Haute North will punt here on 4th and 9 in a dangerous spot. I'd like to see what Coach Jackson dialed up here. I'll peel the ears back. I try to block this thing.
Good snap. Oh, he didn't hold it.
I mean, that's
still
the second
got it
bobble they
away.
had. You send some pressure. That's a problem.
And South gets swallowed up at the 35
Great
right after
coverage
the
there
catch.
by Blundell, but
Oh,
that's the
man, we gotta get
second
that settled.
bobbled punt, and you just
in a row.
I mean, Alex Rose is really tough to stop. If you just send 30, I just wonder if he gets there quick enough to, to get a hand on it or to tackle him.
So Terre South starting in plus territory for, I think, the second time tonight. This time at the 38-yard line. They've started the possession at the 30. They've started 2 possessions at midfield. They definitely have won the field possession battle. They don't care about that. They want to win the bell. The bell rests on the north side of Terre Haute. I mean, actually, the bell's here, obviously. But the Patriots have possession of it after a 20-14 win last year.
40-yard line going in. Twins to the right. Nas McNeil on this left
To
side.
everyone
on
who
by
loves
himself.
great-
Josh Cotti in the backfield with Brady Wilson and
Man in ball's out. Ball's on the ground. Patriots, do they have it? Or did Cotti get it? Cotti, did he get it back? He did. Whew. Oh, my. That would have been a massive play for the Patriots had they been able to come up with the ball. Whew. Josh Cotti's heart was in his throat.
Yeah, he was not going to let that one go. He was not going to let that one go.
So Sturm has put the ball on the ground twice. Cotti's
Yes.
put the ball on the ground once.
Yes.
Sweaty palms right now. And a penalty is probably a substitution infraction by the Braves. At 12 men on the field, I think. Trying to get someone out of the field. A little late there. So now what you had 2nd and 11 will turn into 2nd and 16. A big shout out to Terre Haute North grad, 1996, Jason Huffman. Terre Haute North grad, I think it was 93. Scott Gann, Raymond Scott Gann. Class of 1996, Terre Haute South grad, Paul Cooper. Watching our broadcast tonight. Him down in the backfield, going backwards on every play. Boy, Terre Haute North, if they can stay away from a massive penalty on 3rd down, there could be a big stop.
This third quarter's been a little bit sloppier. I know we had some turnovers in the first half. Some of them kind of rightfully so, understandable turnovers, but it's just been a bit of a first half of this third quarter has been a little bit sloppy.
And we were only halfway through the quarter.
This third quarter has been going on for, I say every bit. We got to be approaching 30 minutes.
At least.
So we got a spread formation here by South. Wilson being flanked by Cotti and almost like a pistol.
No penalties for
Wilson
North.
back
3rd
to
and 18.
pass.
Here comes Will. He's going to run with it. Has a little bit of a lane
Great tackle
closed
there by Josiah
quickly.
Richardson. Shoestring tackle.
Got about 4 yards.
Yeah.
But it was safe. Now you punt this thing and try to pin him deep inside
Looks
the
like
20.
that's exactly what they're going to do, Walt.
Yeah.
Number 92, Mason Ham, is out to punt. And I believe Mason punted earlier, and I botched his number up. So Mason did a great job earlier when he bobbled that punt.
Yes, he did.
To pick it up and get it off. So we'll see, last time Terre North didn't send anybody. I tend to wonder, do they try to send someone to get some hands on this? Back to return, I believe, is Jaden Wade.
Punt is
They
away.
tried.
High
tried.
punt. Will it get a south bounce? And it will.
Great bounce.
Another south bounce down to the 12. 4:33 to go, third quarter. Back after this on the Indiana Sports Network.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
First handoff it goes to Sturm on 1st down is the Patriots get a couple there. So this is down to 2 scores. You're trickling down to the end of the third quarter, Brock. The Patriots, you got to get a drive and got to score here.
Yeah, you want to start seeing the ball move, hit a couple explosive plays, get that confidence back. because so far, outside of that final 3 minutes of that second quarter and then one kickoff, the offense has not looked particularly
So what do we do
sharp
before
this evening?
2nd and 7. Carpenter back to pass. He won the hitch. Now get rid of it, son.
Oh boy!
Almost threw it into the arms of a Brave. You've got to when you throw that ball away, you got to throw it way away.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you want to make sure it's not. Well, yeah, the defender shouldn't even be able to get their hands on it in that situation. Just lob it to the track and get that ball back. So we got third and 7. Again, a Patriots offensive possession where the Patriots are at risk stalling out. So we'll see what Coach Blundell has drawn up his spread formation with Sturm in the backfield with Carpenter.
Carpenter look
back to pass, looking for Wade on the crossing route.
He's going to run.
Go ahead and run
across the 20, down to the 24. Should have the first down.
First down, Patriots. Good run there.
So
Heady play by Bryson Carpenter.
At the end of the first half was Gimpy. Came back in for that last possession.
Yep.
But looking a little better after halftime.
This is kind of classic football stuff, hurt or injured. And it looks like, Bryson has decided I'm hurt. When you're injured, you just can't go.
That's
Bryson does not feel good right now, but he's a gritty player.
Yes,
and,
he is.
That's what players do. It means a lot to these kids.
Yeah.
Again, the records don't really matter when you've been playing against these kids since you were in 1st and 2nd grade. You really mean something to win this ball game.
Carpenter back to pass. Here comes pressure over the middle.
Looking for Stern.
Oh, my God.
McNeil nearly with his 2nd interception. Again, though, man, I'd like to see Nas grab that. I know it's a tough catch.
I think it was actually tipped away from him by another Brave right there in the area.
Yeah, but he's there. I mean, he's rangy. Nas McNeil is very rangy.
That's a great adjective for Nas McNeil.
Yeah, because they just have,
defense.
North, they're not sending some nerds at him. These are some serious athletes.
That's right.
Nas has been able to cover. He's been back in his coverage. He's looked really good tonight as a DB and obviously
2nd and 10, empty backfield. Quick out, and has to go to his feet or to his knees.
Oh boy.
Be better not to catch that. It was a forward pass. If you let that hit the ground, which you don't really think about that, you don't lose a couple yards.
Bryson hates to see that, a completion for -3.
Yeah.
He completed
but it was a bad throw.
Yeah, not a great throw.
It wasn't there. So
we'll see. Spread.
Yeah. 3rd and 14.
Bray in the slot. Blundell to the right side. Wade on the island by himself backside.
Carpenter back.
Looking for Wade on the cross.
Looking over the middle. Intercepted Braves. Another turnover. Braves will have it 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of the Patriots.
Number 34, Brandon Freeman, the junior, with the huge interception. They ran that crossing route with Jaden Waite the last several possessions. Bryson's a little bit high, comes off of Jaden's fingertips. And Mr. Freeman was right place, right time, picks it off. Huge play for the Braves.
So you run that tip drill in practice for that reason?
Absolutely. Huge play for the Braves.
Once
now the Braves
again,
need to capitalize.
They have to.
Just because they Wildcat at the 25.
And
I want
a timeout called
by
who?
What they're going to do.
Patriots call a timeout.
Yeah,
that will leave them with one.
Yeah,
that's big.
In a 2-possession game,
we're gonna step aside.
Yeah.
Going to step aside for this break. 2:28 to go, 3rd quarter.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
So what do we do?
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Boy, it's late stages the 3rd quarter. Terre South has 1st and 10 from the Patriots' 24-yard line. You'd like to say they're going for the kill shot here, but there's a lot of game left. We've seen the Patriots score several touchdowns in a quick amount of time. Braves still coming out with that wild. I'm going to be honest with you, Brock. I don't like this right here. But,
why?
Well, I like Wilson back there and letting Kati spread that thing out.
One time all night.
That is true. Flag flies in the air. Kati goes out the sideline. Sidesteps the man and the touchdown pending the flag.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Walt. I would have been running that at like the opposite 20 as well. Go 80 yards with it because Terre Haute North has not shown they can stop that Wildcat formation with Rose in there. Rose is a serious problem. He's strong. That line is strong. It's coming back, but I'm genuinely curious what some of these teams are going to do in the goal line when they run that formation and how you're going to stop that.
You know, I'm thinking of Bloomington South and Columbus North that have big bodies that will fare a little better than what Terre Haute North. Not to say that Terre Haute North doesn't have big bodies, but those two programs.
Because when you're
not to say they're going to solve the riddle,
but
they have a better chance.
When you're talking about Conference Indiana, that's who you're looking at. Bloomington South or Columbus North, generally speaking. Year in and year out, it generally runs through Bloomington South, who Terre Haute North did not play particularly well against. Again, I did not see the game, so I can't comment too much on it. But, you know.
1st and 15 Braves for the 29.
And they run the same thing. They're saying, hey, go ahead and stop us. I got a feeling we might see Josh Kati to this wide side of the field. Nope, just kidding, short side.
And him dead. Great tackle.
Richardson. My goodness. My goodness. Whew. The 6'1", 265-pound senior. Terre North they got double numbers, Walt. They got some double numbers.
They do. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's absolutely a good problem to have.
So 2nd and 20, we march back from the penalty, and now we have a 2nd and 20 after that first down play. Wilson back in there, the shotgun.
Spread here for the
Braves. Spread this thing around a little bit here.
Wilson back to pass, flag already.
And
we're
going back 5 more yards.
It was that quick, I assume. Maybe a legal man downfield. I don't know for sure. That was really quick.
They wouldn't have blown the play then. Boy.
Oh.
Delay of game.
Okay. So the ref must have saw that clock immediately threw it.
So another 5 yards. That's 2 penalties on this drive for the Braves. You get the ball at the plus 24.
Yeah.
That is a must score, Brock.
Well, they did technically, but they just had that hold.
Yeah. Marching back. Now 2nd and 25. Still doable, but much tougher. What do you play? Here comes pressure. Screen to Kati across the 35-30, 25 down to the 20.
So they almost get it back to like the original line of scrimmage, basically.
That's the second screen we've seen by Kati. The last one went for a touchdown. This was another big gainer.
It's effective. You know, Brady's had some success passing, so you know Terre Haute North's pinning the years back.
How many screens have we seen to wait tonight? To Sturm tonight?
They tried one. But they tried one. They did not hit on it. They tried one, though.
I love these athletes, these playmakers getting that screen game.
Ball. Get them the ball.
Yes. 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5. Spread formation. Wilson back to pass. Looking Carter Herron's way, or Chris Herron, excuse me.
He did.
Chris Herron's way.
Down to the 12.
Really close. I think it's going to be.
Moves the sticks.
No, they moved the sticks.
Yeah. Now, that's a great pitch and catch there.
Yeah.
Only his man could get it.
A lot of rapport between the two sophomores, like you mentioned earlier. 2 sophomores, you'd love to see that. Going to be able to connect for the foreseeable future.
Clock is rolling. The Braves.
The Braves
don't have to snap it.
Looking to triple their win total from the.
Alex Rose.
Good tackle. Good tackle there by number. I want to say 18.
And that should end the quarter, 34-21. The end of the 3rd quarter. 12 minutes remain in the Battle of the Bell 2022 edition. We'll be right back after this message.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you, because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
It could be anyone. The star student,
Terre, South,
the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen
ride
to
is
me,
here.
that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
We're the Browns, and this
Back
is
for
our
the final 12 minutes of regulation, at least, and I say that in jest, partially. These North-South games are a little wild and woolly. My dad, Brock, he has a famous saying that he tells me all the time. He says, Walt, the game doesn't start till the fourth quarter.
Absolutely, especially when it's a closer game, two-team possession game, anything can happen. The North Patriots need a turnover here. They need a turnover here.
And more whistles as
these officials know it's 9:20 p.m. They're not going to get back to their hometowns until tomorrow.
Is that Rose again?
That's
Is that Kati? Rose again.
Yep.
Back-to-back carries. Gets a few on that. A big shout-out to Todd Sellers. The best Little League coach around. I'm telling you, that's a patient man to deal with me and my son. His son, Ben, is a freshman at South this year, so hopefully Ben's here. I don't know, or at least watching. Injured Patriot on the ground. We'll get him tended to and step aside for a quick injury timeout.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger. To keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
The injured Patriot is up and has been tended to, now is moved off the field. And we have 3rd down and 3 from the 6. The Braves started this drive at the Patriots 24. They are looking to score to give themselves a 3-score lead.
A 3-score lead with 11 minutes left. The Patriots have got to double their total for 3 quarters. It's a really tough position to be in.
Here comes
what a
Kati.
play.
No, over the middle. They faked the Kati. Went over the middle to Heron. 6-yard touchdown pass from Wilson to Heron.
They faked the end around to Lowe. Bring the eyes to him. Chris Heron was wide open. He's kind of the, Chris Heron's kind of like the Cooper Kupp or Terre South, if you will.
Yes.
Just kind of the chain mover. You got, you have Nas and you have Deshaun Lowe, who are more game breakers.
That's right.
But it seems like Brady, when he needs to move the chains or just kind of looking for his
good
blanket, if you will.
Every offense
Heron,
is better with a
is
good
that
tight
player.
Kick is up. And it's good. 41-21. Braves have opened up a 20-point lead just inside the fourth quarter. We'll be right back after this.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Over the last 9 years, these two teams have matched off 14 times on the gridiron. What you know it, both of them have won 7.
That's incredible.
It is.
You're watching
like what are the odds? I guess 50%. But generally speaking, when you have a rivalry like this, it's not that down the middle.
Yeah.
It's usually lopsided at least a little bit to one side or the other.
Here comes it's a nice tackle once again. Good kick coverage by Terre, Haute South. The tackle by Nick Yatsko.
He's been everywhere. Nick Yatsko's looking like a next level football player.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not super familiar with Nick, but man, he looks good. He's listed as a QBDB, and he's really taking advantage of this DB position because he has looked phenomenal tonight. Him and Alex Rose. They've been a serious problem for this defense.
This South defense is very athletic.
Yeah, I mean, and we can kind of start counting our chickens now. This South team is going to give the North Unites everything they can handle.
Yep.
It's going to be their toughest matchup of the year. I mean,
over
Jaden
the
Wade
middle
is
complete.
Jaden Wade is running over the top wall. Look at Jaden Wade right now. Just look at him.
Yeah,
look at
so wide open.
There's no one within 10 yards of him.
Right.
You are down 3 scores. You have someone who is playing Division I football in about 8 months.
Yep.
You throw it to him over the top, period. And I know that the safety broke because he threw it to Connor Bray, but, I mean, you have to give Jaden Wade a chance to make a play. He has 2 touchdowns tonight. You've got to just unleash it. If you throw a pick, it doesn't matter right now.
Oh, ball sails over
That's not
head
a
of
7-yard hitch when you're down 20 points and you got 65 yards to go is just not, it is what it is. You got to move the sticks, but you've got to take those shots when they come.
So the 2 touchdowns that we've had this half, both by the Braves, a 43-yard touchdown pass to Kati and a 6-yard touchdown pass to Heron.
I believe number 10, Bronson Horton's in at safety, and Bronson needs to get back. He's a former North Clay Knight. He needs to get back in his drop because Jaden Wade is going to toast him over the top if he doesn't.
Goes sideline, out of bounds. Here comes 3rd and 10.
And it looks like Bronson Horton is coming out. Rosa White stepping back in the game for South. So the biggest thing when you're that free safety at the back, you're deeper than the deepest. You got to be deeper than the deepest. And Jaden Wade, the last 2 possessions, has been able to get over the top. They just haven't looked for it. So let's see. Rosa White sets up shop in the middle of the field.
Do you hear that train?
What's
they're saying Brady's better. I like it. High school kids are tough sometimes.
I work with them every day. They're so mean.
Yeah.
They're so mean. Not all of them.
Yeah.
But hey, 60%, dude, 3 out of 5 are mean for sure.
There's been some chants and some posters and things that have been on social media that you get caught
social
by.
Social media changes the game too. It's just so easy to troll and bully, and it's probably a net negative for our society. But whatever,
I would agree.
It's not what Tony's paying us the big bucks for, is to break down the woes of society and social media.
Carpenter over the middle, tip.
I'm not sure why the South Braves defenders are pulling their hands back like it was a hot potato they didn't want to touch. Like, it's a tipped ball. Go get that thing. Oh, I see why, because it was 4th down. Smart play. So I see why now, Walt. It was 4th down.
So turnover on downs.
Good play, Terre Haute South. The boys were sharp enough to realize, hey, it's 4th down. if we intercept it here, we're really going to lose yardage. We're going to not even touch the ball. And dare I say, Walt, I said the floodgates were open earlier.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can jinx them again. But they score here, and this thing it's over, more or less.
10:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Terre South on the 36-yard line of the Patriots.
Alex Rose in it, running back.
And a great throw to lead the receiver.
Uh-oh.
Down to the 25-20. It's about the 17. How about that throw? Lead, not making the receiver step back. You lead him up the field a little bit.
Yep. Just about a yard and a half up.
Yeah.
Nas could catch it and go.
I
got next week.
Bloomington South.
Okay. So that's going to be a really tough one.
You look at this opportunity for the Braves to go 3-1, 2-0 in Conference Indiana, and to go to Bloomington South for a statement game.
I'll tell you this: that they're not afraid. They're not going to be afraid, and Bloomington South handled Terre Haute North pretty easily. Yeah. But we rewind and we can play the what if game all day. Yeah. But you take away that final 3 minutes of the second quarter, and Terre Haute South has really handled North fairly easily. So I don't know exactly what happened in that South game with North, but it's going to be interesting. Bloomington South game against North. It's going to be interesting next week to see how the Braves kind of knuckle up. That's going to be their biggest test of the year, and then they travel to Northview. Northview has a big game next week. We'll be at Owen Valley.
And we'll be there. Yeah, Owen Valley
looking for some revenge. Owen Valley won the WIC last year.
That's right.
Wilson 3 wide to the right. Boy. Hand off to Kati. What a spin move. What a spin move. He's elusive. He's strong.
For a moment there, I thought that ball was close to coming out, and I think that's what caused the spin.
He's going to be hard just for really any, and they're going back, Walt. It seems like any time 10 and in, they're going to that Wildcat formation with Kati and Rose. They put in number 9, Landon Wilkinson, the 6'4", 235-pound sophomore as well. So Brady Wilson's going to have 2 pretty solid tight ends his senior year and for the next several years with Wilkinson and Chris Herron as well. 2 6'4" receivers. Is
going right side again. It worked last time, and it worked again.
I genuinely don't know. I don't know how you stop that formation. If Terre Haute South wanted to, I think they could line up on that at the opposite 20 and go 80 yards running that formation. I really do. Alex Rose is so powerful. Josh Kati is powerful running that ball, that big line up front.
One of the guys I want to point out, number 78, Sean Murphy, 6'3", 285-pound sophomore.
Yeah.
Both times the last 2 runs, the quick runs for Kati there, he was on the right side of the offensive line. Kati ran that direction.
Pancakes.
So good job.
Just drizzling the syrup all over the pancakes.
Just the way I like it.
Hey, the Terre Haute South Braves are making a statement here, and the Northview Knights have got to be on watch. The Northview Knights have got to be on watch.
48-20.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you, because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
You are watching South Vigo High School football on Indiana Sports Network.
Josh Kati, another short touchdown run, gives him, his 5th of the night?
13 touchdowns in 4 games for Josh Kati. That's a heck of a start to your senior year.
Yes, it is.
So, we can probably guesstimate tonight, Walt, what we think. He's probably close to 150
probably
rushing. So if he has 150 rushing, that's putting him about 550 for the year, and he probably had every bit of, 70 yards receiving, so 200 yards receiving, about 500 rushing. Man, it's a heck of a start, 4 games. Donovan Wright on the return for Terre Haute North.
And he was bottled up, but then got around the 30-yard line, found his way there. And the
Donovan's had a solid game,
camp.
in the return game tonight. He's had, probably over 200 yards of return yardage. But it's not always good. Well, because that means, you're kicking off.
That's right.
That means normally he scored.
Giving up scores.
Yeah. So
and
you don't want to have somebody with 200 return yards unless it's off of 2 touchdowns the maybe first half, and maybe you get a kickoff return or something.
1st and 10 from the 30. And Sturm
boy.
up the middle.
Tata.
Sturm to the 40-foot race, to the 20-foot race. Down to about the 8-yard line.
Again, Nick Yatska with a touchdown saving play. That's a track star, Damon Sturm. And Yatska, he had a bit of an angle on him, but that's a great play by Nick Yatska. He's been all over the place
Here's
tonight.
the thought process of, 48-21, fourth quarter. Why are they handing the ball off? Oh.
Oops. Yeah, it worked. Yeah. So they are that's what you call some garbage time points in fantasy football, Walt. Because it's kind of garbage time here. We're down 4 scores. Just kind of playing for pride right now.
You're close to running clock time.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, honestly,
27. So we're a touchdown and 2-point conversion away from running clock.
Yeah.
This is a statement game for Terre South. The Wabash Valley ought to be on notice. Yeah. Conference Indiana ought to be on notice.
Well, I a couple of games is not going to make Conference Indiana worry about Terre. No disrespect.
Well,
but Conference Indiana is not worried about the Braves. The Braves will have to make Conference Indiana be worried. But
outside
Bloomington
of
South, Columbus North are not worried.
Outside of Bloomington South,
they're not worried.
But outside of Bloomington South and Columbus North, Conference Indiana, there are far better conferences in the state.
Oh, I would agree.
Not to disrespect Conference Indiana.
I would agree.
But just to be complimentary of the South Braves, I think Bloomington South's got to be on watch. They've got to figure out a way. Some team here is anyone has got to figure out how to stop Josh Kati. If you can stop Josh Kati, that's the first stepping stone with the Braves. And then they got a lot of weapons. They got a sophomore QB who's really came into his own. He looks good. He looks confident. The Braves are ready to triple their win total from the last year. Great throw.
They are. The touchdown to the corner of the end zone.
In the corner.
I thought that was going to be a little bit low, but it ended up being complete. What a touchdown strike.
Great throw
from Carpenter.
Great throw by Bryson there.
Yeah.
So like I said, right now the North Patriots are
a lot of
playing for pride.
A lot of murmurs from the South Side. They thought that was in the dirt.
Yeah.
Referees are right there, though. The fans didn't have the great look.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
The window up here kind of blocked us, so it was kind of hard to see, but it looked like a good throw to me.
Yeah. Butwin to give the Patriots 28, and he does. 48-28 down to a 20-point lead.
You got to.
7:57 to go. We'll be right back.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at YorkAutomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
So that's the third touchdown pass from Carpenter. The first two Blundell. And that matches, I believe Wilson has 3 touchdown passes as well. 1 to Heron, 1 to Lowe, and 1 to Kati, if I remember correctly.
Will Blundell with his 4th touchdown catch on the year.
Yeah.
Had a great game against the Northview Knights. They came up a little bit short there in week 1. The Patriots have not rolled over all night. I'll give them that. They've been in some situations with their backs against the wall. I don't understand that in any way, shape, or form, but that's okay. You got an onside kick to get the ball back, but oh my God.
Kati is running over people.
Oh my goodness.
Kati gave a forearm shiver to one of the Patriots. Ooh.
Delivering concussions running the ball.
That'll be on some game tape.
Yeah, I don't know if Rick Simler's here still. Probably not. It's getting late, but that could have been a little, what do they call that on that show? It used to be like Staley Smash back in the day, but they have like their whatever, big hits or whatever. That definitely would have been on it. On an offensive one, which is usually unusual.
So 7:49 to go in the game.
Josh Kati is out of the game. I like that. No reason to keep him in there.
I was surprised to see him on special teams.
Yeah. So we'll see. Looks like number 17, Zaire White.
Yeah. That's
there is a rookie on the Las Vegas Raiders named Zaire White as well. But the sophomore. So Coach Herron has to feel good. You got your two big tight ends. You got your sophomore QB. You got a sophomore running back. So that just means, over the course of the next 3 years, when you lose some people and big players like Josh Kati, Najee Neal, Deshaun Lowe, you have some people to fill in.
Big void at running back.
Big voids. But you got some people to fill in that you hope
bring on.
Can fill in.
Yep.
We assume they become a bit more pass heavy as Brady continues to mature, and they lose someone like Josh.
Very shifty running. Good running, hard through the hole. Hard, got that. I think he's going to get that first down.
Yeah, he did. Zaire White played a little bit during the Jamboree and had some good plays. He's electric. He's not, a bit of a different running back than Josh. Maybe not as powerful, but just in terms of speed.
You say maybe?
Yeah. Okay, excuse me. Let me correct that. Definitely.
You were trying to be nice.
Not as powerful yet, but I'm sure Zaire will be in the weight room. He's 155. Josh claims he's 195 on the roster. He looks a lot bigger than that. But Coach Herron just showing the confidence in the sophomore to stay in there. Doesn't want his big back to be hurt going into, a huge conference Indiana game. What would it be? The lead in conference Indiana if South can win.
Yes.
If
biggest game of the year. Every week. And I know Coach Herron talks about going 1-0. Coach Herron talked about, just winning this game. And this is a big game tonight. Next week on the road, that's a massive game for the Braves.
Yeah, Southport didn't win a game last year. They're going to wax them. Yeah. And then Columbus North. So those are the two, like you said, Bloomington South, Columbus North. Can you beat those two teams?
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, but this team has a lot better chance than they did last year.
And, absolutely. The Columbus North game, October 14th, we'll have that game here. So that maybe it'll be for something.
That's
Who
a trek,
knows?
too. Even for South to go to Bloomington South, or South to go to Columbus, or Columbus to come to Terre Haute, man, that's they're moving around a little bit. But it used to be terrible, I'm sure, going to Carmel and whatnot as well. So
reversing field, get a block.
Oh, boy.
Across the 50, 45, push out of bounds on the 42.
Josiah Richardson, just not giving up on the play. That's a great pursuit angle there by the big fella, Josiah Richardson, to push Zaire White out of bounds.
And you see the okay, I'm not gonna.
I'm hoping Coach Herron tells Zaire to go ahead and try to stay in bounds.
Yeah,
stopping that clock.
Got an injured Brave around
trying to walk out of here. It's just
42-yard line there. So we're going to step aside for this.
Lowe.
We're going to step aside for this injury timeout. We'll be right back.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Deshaun Lowe is able to, as you see, hobble off the field. Very upset that he's going to have to come out, and I'd like to say hopefully his night is over, Brock. Unless something crazy happens, his night needs to be over. Going to get tended to by the training staff, and so we'll see what the injury is. A tough guy, and nobody's
favoring maybe his groin. Looking like he's trying to stretch out that groin a little bit. I can't tell for sure. But, we hope Deshaun heals up before next week. They need him in the game against Bloomington South. I'm not sure what Bloomington South is ranked in 5A, but I'm sure it's top 10.
They're actually they and South are right in that early teens, 13, 14 range.
Okay.
Back to the ground, over the middle, looking for that first down. It's going to be close, a little short. This will bring up third down. So a good job by the big boys from South. The offensive line, they've done a good job opening up holes. They've done a good job giving Wilson time. You haven't seen North in the backfield when Wilson goes back to pass.
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Maybe once or twice. They haven't sent a lot. I don't think you want to blitz too much against Terre South because if Josh Cotti gets past those linebackers, it's a big issue. But they got Alex Rose in there for some short yardage here. He's going to churn out probably 3 yards. They'll run another play, and we're getting close to them just kind of running this.
Oh, that's a big hole right there for Rose. Across the 30, down to 25-20. Oh, boy. You needed 2. Got a lot more.
Yeah. So we said one of these teams looks like they're going to score 50, and it looks like it's going to be the Terre South Braves who's going to go what? What did they? What was it last week? What did they score last week?
Last week, 34. They put up 34.
Against Rich Central, they were close to 50. Looks like they're going to be close to 50 here. This is a serious offense. And again, when you look at that Gibson Southern, a ranked 3A team, state champion last year, you take a play or two away here or there at the end of that game, and Terre South's a 4-0 ball club, and you know, at 4-0, they're going to be what? They would be like 11, 12. I mean, they might be a top 10 team if they're 4-0. Cotti's back in the game. Well,
if they're 4-0.
If they were.
I'm just going to be honest with you. Terre South, they don't get any love from the.
I know.
You got to go out there and just play for yourself because you're not going to get.
But in 5A, since they introduced 6A, I feel like in 5A you can creep in those polls.
You can creep in there, but everybody else will creep there before Terre South. I'm just going to say that.
That's true.
You just don't get the love.
And it's just weird.
I don't know. Look at what the program has
been. What about the sectional right now? Is it still like the 4 teams and there's a bye? Is it still that? So. It's just like Bloomington South, Bloomington North, Terre South?
I forgot what the section
I think that's what it is. Alex Rose, inside
back
handoff.
over the middle.
Alex Rose, I think it's a bell game. I think Alex Rose wants to score a touchdown.
I think he does. You know he does.
And I think Coach Herron's going to give it to him, too. I think he's going to let – it doesn't really matter. Maybe Josh has to go back in the game, but to me, I would
hope not. But Rose is senior.
Oh, he's in. I mean, Josh is in right now. Yeah. So they had him out for 4 or 5 minutes. Now he's back in. So I don't, if he was winded or what.
I don't like it.
3:30 to go. Game, getting ready to score again.
Lowe's back out there.
Yep.
Well,
I got a feeling they're going to keep pounding 30, I think, here in this Bell game. I think Coach Herron and Alex want to get in the end zone.
Well, you talked about Terre South and their schedule. Terre North, after this game, they've got Bloomington North at home. Then they go to Columbus North. So, it's going to be tough, even going forward for the what will be 1-3 Patriots. So, you look at the schedule. Bloomington North is the game that you want to try to win that one. It's a home game. Going to be tough at Columbus North. Southport September 30th is a must-win. You got to win that game.
Absolutely.
Southport hasn't won a game for a couple of years. So
former Terre Haute North assistant coach Alex Bettag at Southport.
Direct snap to Cotti. Looking for the pilot to the sticks and got it. First down. First and goal. But go ahead.
I don't know. This is. Do we have the former scores here? I mean, this has got to be the biggest Bell victory in what? I mean,
so
in 15, there's a 20-point victory there for Terre Haute North, and then is this the biggest Bell victory?
I would love to know. I was just thinking about this.
So 21 in 2020.
But this only goes back to
South
2013.
By
so
17.
Yeah.
I would love to know because if South can score here, it would be 55-28, so they would win by 27. Got to be one of the biggest Bell victories of all time.
Cotti once again cuts back, wrestled down at the 1 or 2.
I don't know if any former North or South fans could educate us in the chat box or whatever, but if they win by 27, it's got to be one of the biggest Bell victories.
Patriot is down. We're going to step aside again for an injury timeout.
Well, it looks like so in 17, Terre Haute North won by 24 in a sectional matchup. It wasn't a bell game, but it was a sectional matchup. They won by 24.
We got a 20-point win in 2015, the bell matchup for North. So, this game is, is just a weird. You don't see this very often. Well, we mentioned that injury timeout, so we'll go ahead and take a step aside for a timeout.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Goal line situation for the Braves. Up big. Will we get Alex Rose's touchdown is my question. Alex Rose is in the game. Usually gets a few carries on the evening. Josh Cottee back there giving instruction to Deshaun Lowe, get everybody lined up properly, and Cottee will take it at himself for yet another touchdown.
Josh Cottee
That's number 6.
with touchdown number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what? Josh has 36 points this evening?
Unbelievable. I would love to know the record for number of touchdowns scored by an individual in a North-South game. This has got to be it. Who in the world would have scored more than 6 touchdowns in a North-South game?
I mean, my thing is anybody ever scored 54? It's just the most points scored. And
I'd love to know.
There's some sort of.
I can't wait for the article tomorrow.
There's some sort of bell.
There's all kinds of records. Oh, boy.
Trickeration.
The 2-point conversion. Alex Rose. There's your score.
Got to be some sort of record. And I don't know what the record is because I'm not super familiar. But now it's a 28-point lead for Terre Haute South. A minute 40 left. Looks like they're going to end up winning by 28. They've scored 56.
The only problem is now that 2-point conversion is on tape.
That's true, but
I know Alex Rose did score. You got him to score, but man, that's on tape now. Ugh. That was a good play, bro. But
I'm just kind of feeling bad for Terre Haute North, honestly. I had high hopes, and I still do.
Yeah.
I know it's a talented ball club, but my gosh, I'm not going to say how many games I thought they were going to win preseason. Me and Waltz talked about it multiple times.
You look at the shot of the north side of the
They're
stand.
out. They left a long time ago. This game, I mean, if you take away that 3 minutes in the second quarter, it felt like this game was over a long time ago. But again,
you
Terre
can't
Haute
take that
fought
away.
back.
Yeah.
But then it was all Terre Haute South in the second half, so nothing really changed. It's been Terre Haute South pretty much the whole game offensively. They have exerted their will, Walt. Terre Haute North showed no capabilities of stopping them on offense.
Right.
And I'm real curious. 2 weeks from now, Dennis Rates and company, Mark Rates and company, they've got a lot of tape to watch. I know they're going to have something drawn up, but stopping Josh Cottee in this offense right now is it's no easy task. And Bloomington South is not going to have an easy time next week stopping them either.
It's interesting because you have teams that are looking at South.
Yeah.
Have seen Cottee now being featured. This is his 3rd year being featured, if I remember correctly. But no disrespect, but this is the first time seeing him with a drop-back quarterback.
Sure.
So this is different.
Sure. I think I think maybe Sturm looking to
Sturm run, yeah.
I think maybe Kyle Cottee fits Mark's offense.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit better.
Exactly.
And maybe Brady Wilson fits Coach Herron's offense.
Absolutely.
A
So
little
it's
bit
a
better.
win-win,
I
possibly.
think it's a win-win. Both of those young men are playing great football. Two good football coaches, and me and you got a couple really good games coming up. I'm looking forward to it.
Owen Valley, Northview at Owen Valley next week. I think that it's going to be one in the trenches.
Yeah.
Whose offensive line, whose defensive line will be able to fare better?
OV's 4-0, Northview's 4-0. Bryson looking to
Deep
air it
shot?
out to Jaden Waite here.
That's what you got to do every once in a while.
Pretty good.
Oh, and a
They're
flag.
gonna call PI, so,
Owen Valley.
If Terre Haute North can score here and you score 35 points in a bell game, normally you're like, hey,
that's a win.
A pretty good game. But when you give up 56, and it's not gonna work.
Coach Herron talked to his boys during practice this week. You're 2-1 going into the North-South game. You're feeling good. You go down to Bloomington North. You smack them in the mouth. You have your Crosstown rival the next week. Coach Herron told his players, these are the type of games that the team that's riding high loses. You have to be prepared for your rival. You can't let your guard down thinking that you're playing so well and you're unbeatable. He had his boys ready to go this week.
You almost wonder if that Donovan Wright return right at the beginning of the game really woke Terre Haute South up.
Possibly.
They could have thought, hey, comparing scores or whatever, walking into this one, we're feeling good. We're going to beat these boys.
Yeah.
Donovan Wright returns that first kickoff, and it seemed like Terre Haute South was up and at him right after that. They woke up really quickly. Terre Haute South responded incredibly to that first play. A lot of times in high school football, that's enough to kind of deflate you for a quarter. And that is absolutely not what happened with Terre Haute South. They responded so well.
After that score, the Braves turned over on downs after a 10-play drive, but then their next 4 drives were touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean they've been stopped like 2 or 3 times this all evening.
Carpenter scrambling, throwing back over the middle, a hard hit. Dislodges the ball from Bray.
Who was that? I can't really
I didn't see
that
the
well.
defender. 24.5 seconds separate us from seeing
you get the
South
Terre Haute
celebrate.
Tribune Star at your house, Walt?
I get it at the dollar store down the street.
How much does it cost
I think
now?
it's like $2.
$2? My God.
For the weekend paper, it's $2. Maybe more. I don't know.
I bet it is more.
It used to be 75 cents or something like that.
You used to be able to access it online for free.
Well, that's a whole.
Those days are long gone. The glory days of the internet are long gone. You pay for everything now.
That's right.
You used to be able to share HBO Max passwords. It was awesome. Now they know geolocation.
Do they really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're signing on one spot.
Big play there, down inside the 10. Completed the Blundell, and just very dejected Blundell as he walks back to the huddle. 17.7 seconds.
The Terre Haute South fans have not moved.
No, they
Terre Haute
haven't.
North fans left.
It's just parents and
25
stuff
minutes
over there,
ago.
That'll help out the crowd situation, though, won't it? Trying to get out of here.
I'm trying to not get struck by a vehicle on my way out of here. What food truck is over there? I'm hungry.
Carpenter to the end zone.
Wait
and
with
there
the
he
hat
is.
trick.
Wait.
Mr. Wait. 0 touchdowns on the year. Went to 3 after this one. So, again, Terre Haute North scored 35 points tonight. So offensively, they kind of, did what they needed to do.
Right.
Defensively, certainly
Nada.
did not.
Nada.
So, there are some positives Terre Haute North can take from this game. That they got Jaden Waite involved. He scored 3 touchdowns tonight. But I know Jaden Waite. He's a competitor enough that I'm sure he'd say, hey, I'll be A-okay with 0 touchdowns and a dub as opposed to 3 and an L. So you feel for the seniors on Terre Haute North. You're proud. You feel good for the South Braves after winning 1 game last year.
Yeah.
They tripled their win total. Terre Haute South's going to feel good tonight. They're going to celebrate probably tonight, probably some tomorrow, maybe on Monday. And it's time to prepare for their biggest game in many years probably.
You look back to 2014, the Tim Herron years. 2014, the Braves went 10-2.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying the Braves are going 10-2, but I'm just saying that's the type of feel headed that direction. That the Braves had a fantastic season then.
When you go from one win that you got at the very last, so really technically, had they beat Gibbs and Southern again, if my aunt was a man, she'd be my uncle, but you know, they could technically be on like a 5-game winning streak.
Right.
They won at Southport, the final game of last year.
Yeah.
They did lose that opener. Very close game. So Terre South has been playing some good football.
They really have.
The last, half a season, really. The last 6 games.
Trying to change the expectation as a little squibber.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Just get on it and go down. Just don't get hurt low. 7 down to 6, down to 5.1 seconds. Oops. On purpose.
South fans not paying attention. The clock is not started, but they are clocking it down.
Ready to ring that bell.
What we got to the Trib Stars got to let us know, like, what record was set tonight? Is it most total points? Is it most individual points? Is it the most touchdowns scored in the game? There could be multiple.
What's the over/under on the number of records that were set tonight?
1, 2,
3. What do you? I mean, what are you
got to go a half.
2.5.
1.5. You smash the over. 2.5. Take the under.
Okay.
But it's 2 or 3 records were set tonight.